10 to more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever and cute as could be. You can watch us on YouTube with viewing for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody! Tobin and Leroy here with you, back with another week down here in South Florida as Miami. It's raining on us right now.
It
Leroy.
started off, the morning started
It was so nice on the way down here.
with rain. No, I got up this morning, it was pouring.
Not where I was.
Yeah.
Maybe in your Everglades place, but not where I was, dude.
Yeah.
Smooth sailing.
Yeah.
And I get in the building at right time. As soon as I get up the stairs, boom,
Yeah.
pouring out here.
Got wet a little bit yesterday.
When golfing.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, man. Sorry. Did you enjoy that PGA yesterday?
Yeah, it was cool. The thing I like about sports, sometimes, you know, we come in here after these events and say so-and-so lost it, he blew it. That wasn't the case yesterday. I mean, the leader shot even par. The guy who was playing with the leader shot 1 under par. And Aaron Wright shot 65.
Yeah, I saw that putt that he had. That was crazy.
That will win. He won the tournament. Nobody lost it. It was really hard. He shot 4 or 5 shots better than all of the guys that were on the leaderboard, and he deserved to win. So that was cool. And we also learned, most people didn't know that he wears 2 gloves.
Yeah, didn't know that.
He's
Saw a lot of OJ memes.
He's English.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he has the accent, and his wife's a golfer also. And he puts, this is like in golf. How can I put this? Let me see if I can associate something. He puts, he has iron covers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of what the equivalent to that would be.
That's a faux pas in golf.
Oh, if you see a guy coming up with iron covers, you're like, this guy sucks.
Why?
Because it's just
Too much equipment. I think he's a lame-o.
No, it's just lame. It's like too much. He explained why he did it and why he does it, because he gets free equipment.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys some of the clubs that you buy are like soft metal, and people don't want to nick them up right away, so they'll put covers on. You suck, but you know that's the theory behind it. He was explaining as a kid, his dad they were working class, and his dad spent 800,000 pounds on a set of irons for a kid, and he used to keep them nice.
Good.
You know what I mean? It's like he used to treat his clubs like them Sunday church shoes.
Can't mess them up.
Can't get no scuffs.
Right. So yeah, but it's cool. His wife's a pro golfer too. They showed I was just on Twitter, they showed a picture of her hitting the ball, you know, on the par 3, when on one hole, the caddies get to hit a shot.
That's cool.
For the par 3. And he and she hit it on the green, and they're like, oh. The caption was, his wife is a better golfer than you.
Well,
does she have a major?
Huh? No. No. She was a pro golfer, but not as good as him.
Well, she's got to go with 2 gloves. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. An unsuccessful hate watch for me last night as the Cavaliers moving on
you hate watching,
to the Eastern Conference Finals.
You hate watching Fat Bum?
Well, that's the thing that sucks is Fat Bum stunk, but it didn't matter because the Pistons were awful. So, you know, the game was over before it started. It wasn't competitive at all.
Right.
And a real dudski from Detroit yesterday. They lose 125-94. So we have a Cavaliers-Knicks Eastern Conference Finals. Shoot me. The only thing that could make it worse would be Knicks and Celtics.
Right.
I mean, just a terrible choice. Now, I will still be rooting for the Cavs over the Knicks, just to be clear.
Okay. That's what I was getting ready to ask.
It's not even.
I was getting ready. So wait.
It's not even.
So let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Knicks versus Boston, who do you root for?
He said it last year. He wishes both teams would perish.
Yeah, I wish for nothing. I wish I just go off in the distance. I don't know. I don't
Disqualification?
know. Just
There's 3 teams he hates.
save us, Wemby.
There's 3 teams he hates: New York, Boston, and Philadelphia.
Yeah. Well,
And
Philadelphia, it's more like I laugh at them. I mock them.
But you still don't like them. Like if they're playing Boston, you wish both of them perish. That's it.
I would root for Philly over Boston.
But you're not an Embiid fan.
No, I'm not, but I would root for them over Boston. I'd root for them over the Knicks, but I mean, they're losers, so what can you do? You know, getting killed every single game. So yes, that is the Eastern Conference Finals, and then we will see what's what with that. The Marlins, they lost to the Tampa Bay Rays yesterday, 6-3. They lose their 3-game series. Won in extras on Saturday. Got smoked on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
They had a chance. They almost came back there in the 8th. Edilberto Hernandez, bases loaded, lined right out to the shortstop. So a tough one to swallow yesterday for the Fish. They're back at it right again tonight against a team who I also despise, the Rat Bastard Braves. They're in town, and that's a 4-game series. Starts tonight, 6:40 p.m. Is tomorrow a holiday? Why are they playing at 4? Do you have any understanding of this, Vlad?
Yes, I do. Because I'm covering the game for the Braves. I'm covering the series for the Braves radio station.
Okay.
So I asked Steven, because I produced the game yesterday. Steven, why is there a 4:30 Tuesday afternoon game? From what I was told, the Miami Marlins are trying to see something different and seeing if maybe an middle of the afternoon game during the week works out better than a 6:40 game.
I can answer that.
So this is a Marlins choice.
This is a Marlins choice. This is not Major League Baseball.
Okay.
This is not, because today is bring your own dog, bring your dog.
Yes, bark at the park every Monday.
Bark at the park.
Yep.
Right. So that's today, and then Tuesday's just a 4:30 first pitch game, and I was just
maybe I'll venture over there tomorrow.
After the show.
Yeah, maybe I'll go right after the show tomorrow. I'll take a little peruse and see if their idea works.
But it wasn't like there's not a day. It's not like
I was like, is it like a holiday or one of those MLB networks like we're broadcasting all day type of thing? I was like, why so this is just a Marlins choice.
Marlins are trying to see.
Nobody comes on a Tuesday. Let's see if Tuesday afternoon works better.
Seeing if it works a little bit better during the summer than maybe a 6:40 start.
Okay. All right. Listen, I'm all for ideas. You're trying. But this is a look. Marlins, not a great road trip. But this is a week I'm going to need you guys to put it together, all right? I mean, like, Braves and Mets, the bane of my baseball existence. So just do me a favor. I know the Mets suck, so that's great. Don Mattingly's turned the Phillies around. They're crazy. They're incredible with him. Yeah. This guy's just been like, I wasn't going to manage, but now I think they're like 14-4 with him as skipper right now.
Because they asked him to do him a solid.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want to do it.
Yeah, he didn't want. Well, he said he didn't want to do it when the guy was the manager. He didn't want to step on toes.
Right.
You know, he didn't want to. He felt that he found that uncouth. If he would have done that. NHL playoffs. We got a Game 7 tonight. Big one. Buffalo Sabres and the Montreal Canadiens at 7:30. So check that on out. Game 7. Miss you, hockey. See any Barky this weekend?
No.
Barky was back on the ice for Team Finland in the World Championships. Yeah, he looked great.
Okay.
He had some highlight reel stuff that he was putting out there for the Finns.
That means more did you have to get another pay for another app?
No, I didn't watch to be fair, I didn't watch it live. I did cancel though this weekend. I just happened to be
finally canceled.
I finally canceled. I just happened to be on DAZN and I was like, "Oh yeah, you know what I should do while I'm on DAZN? Cancel this 18 whatever the hell it's called." So I'm off, lad. I still had 3 months, so I still have 3 months of a subscription, but it was a good feeling. It's always a good when you don't feel like you get got by that whole ordeal. So yes, that was gone. I did that. I was trying to watch a boxing match. I don't get DAZN. I'm like, don't I subscribe? Don't you? I thought I had a DAZN subscription, and it's like, no, you need 9 subscriptions. I really.
It's like so they try to do the Roku thing.
Yeah, it's
like
really
with
annoying.
DAZN, you get access to all the other apps.
You know, it was funny. I was watching this weekend the Ronda Rousey card on Netflix.
I watched it.
You watched
Of
all
course
of
you
them?
would, and you definitely watched it. It was long
So-
enough for you to not go to sleep.
So first of all, I called it. If a Diaz brother is fighting, it's going to be massive amounts of blood.
I mean, scar
Like
tissue.
I cannot explain how that guy. He had blood in
Scar
spots
tissue.
where they had to wipe him down to make sure he wasn't dying.
Scar tissue.
Yeah. No, he's scarred. He's scarred up badly.
Um.
And Mike Perry was kicking his ass, quite frankly.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, he
like
was.
he was killing him.
Mike was in great shape. He was in really good shape for that fight.
And then Gina.
Yeah.
I mean, like that was way too fast.
Yeah, that was a mismatched Ronda Rousey fight. I mean, it was a throwback. There's been
Right.
plenty of those. I think she was almost trying to honor her friend Kat Zingano, trying to beat the record when she got her in 9 seconds.
Ngannou, like, yeah. And listen, I don't know how I'm gonna say this. So I appreciate what Jake Paul does for the fighters and gets them paid.
Mhm.
Right? Stop talking trash, dude. Stop talking. You talk trash to Francis Ngannou, and then when they got you both standing there and you looked up at that man, then you start talking about doing fights and maybe, but you were talking trash about you wanted to fight him. And you should have just backed down and said, no, I think I'm going to just concentrate on the promoting side of it. But he still tried to, when somebody, Vlad, when somebody talk trash about somebody and then that guy's face to face and you go, no, I was just playing. That's basically what Jake Paul did.
I mean, yeah. If you saw a grown man bigger than you get dropped, I mean, he got dropped with a left.
Yeah, it was bad.
Boom.
He was lucky that there wasn't a follow-up shot there. Because
by the way, he could
was going
and
for
you
it.
know what? He should have thanked Francis Ngannou.
No, you got to take his arm.
Because he went in
Mm-hmm.
and he could have got 2 more licks in, which most MMA fighters do. And he said, nope.
No, he was knocked out.
Right.
This was one of the nicest knockdowns I've ever seen because his arm played pillow.
Mm-hmm.
And then he fell on his arm and then his head bounced off his arm and then he just went night-night. So thank God his arm was there as a pillow because if it's not, his head would have bounced off that canvas.
Yeah, that was the easiest pay of the night. I had Francis by KO and submission in the first round. That was my parlay. That was my cover my ass parlay just because I wanted to sprinkle a bunch of long shots on stuff.
Right.
But I had that one. I like that was just like back pocket. Like I'm gonna just make all my money back if this doesn't hit. Because Francis was gonna knock out Felipe Lins in a round, and Ronda was gonna submit Gina Carano.
Right.
And people who are like, "Oh, it was scripted." I see a guy case base who's like, "There's video of her practicing it." One, that's literally what do you think they do in the back?
Right.
There is a thing in fighting called a game plan, and that
after they showed her taking a nap.
Yeah, like that's exactly.
She wasn't taking a nap, but it
I
did
know.
look like it.
It looked like she had her pillow between her legs. She was taking a
But
nap.
Ronda Rousey, like, look, when she's with somebody who can't box with her, that's how 90% of Ronda Rousey. It's like it's kind of strange being in a generation where you're the old guy on the block because it's like you guys didn't see Ronda Rousey's career. That was 90% of Ronda Rousey fights. You tuned in and you watched to see how fast was she going to finish whoever her opponent was.
Right.
That was every single Ronda Rousey fight up until she took on Holly Holm.
Whew.
Up until Holly Holm knocked her into next Tuesday with a head kick. Every Ronda Rousey fight was like that. And the stunning thing about Holly Holm is Holly Holm's a lot like Buster Douglas. Like that's kind of her one thing. She wasn't that good a fighter. That's why it was so stunning. But
it's like the crazy thing about the fight game is every now and then one gets through.
Well, no,
Look at Izzy.
it was 2 because Amanda knocked her.
yeah, but she was cooked before Amanda. I mean, you can't put somebody like a shark like Amanda Nunes in there when you're already done.
Well, I mean, she got done once Holly kicked into next week. Yeah.
She was just never the same. And as far as like Gina was concerned, I think Gina, she hadn't fought in 20 years. Like, you
lost
know,
100 pounds. Like
lost
that's
100 pounds.
She didn't even. I'm telling you, seeing her get into, she didn't even look recognizable. She was so thin.
Kentucky Finn says went to the bathroom and it was over. Well, that's on you. I don't know what to tell you.
It was like a Tyson fight back.
There
in
was
the day.
9. There was so much filler time. If you went and peed before the fight started, I mean, that's a mistake by you guys. Like that was the most obvious outcome of that. Maybe not that fast, but that
Right.
was the overwhelming favorite thing was going to be. You look at all of the odds, all of the projections. First round submission was as much of a lock as there is a lock in sports.
The crazy thing about it is Tyson parties, like if you had a fight party for Tyson, you started the party 2 hours before the fight. And you would say, we ain't here for the fight.
Yeah.
We're here for the party.
People think this is
And
crazy.
the fight
Look,
is going
My
to be.
mother missed
you know,
the Michael Spinks fight.
Oh, she
missed it. 87 seconds.
She was at her peak when she felt unbeatable. She was the closest thing to Mike Tyson as there was since Mike Tyson. It
Right.
sounds crazy now because she had such a bad ending to her career,
Right.
and she was a sore loser about it and didn't handle all that stuff well. But yes, you tuned in to watch how long is this person going to last against her.
Mhm.
Because she had a thing in sports that was like nobody could stop her armbar. And her big problem was when she got cocky and started becoming a striker. But that armbar was the most unstoppable thing in the sport, especially in that gender where there's, it's just not as deep. It's not as talented with women's fighting.
Right.
Now she's been passed by because nobody's better than Amanda Nunes. Amanda's the GOAT. Like
Right.
there's not even a debate with the people that Amanda Nunes has beaten. Chris Cyborg, Ronda Rousey, Valentina Shevchenko twice. Probably would have beaten Kayla Harrison. Like she's the best. Nobody's better than Amanda Nunes. But as far as tuning in, that's if you guys didn't watch, maybe you were 10 years old or a teenager when Ronda Rousey was in her heyday. But for us who's a little older, you said, like, that's what her whole career was
Right.
going and destroying you in seconds. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Question. How did you like, because you are the king of petty.
Mm-hmm.
How did you like the UFC announcing Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway?
Yeah, least surprising thing ever, especially here's the thing that makes Dana, this is what makes him a petty gem, because he could have done that during the Ronda Rousey fight, but he genuinely likes Ronda. He likes Ronda. They're friends, and she's given him nothing but flowers in this whole thing. He did it during his enemy's walkout, which was Francis Ngannou's. He hates Francis Ngannou. So then he announced the Conor McGregor thing. I liked it. It's very unsurprising. I actually had the card up too, the Arnold Allen card. I saw one report. They said it was the lowest rated UFC that there's been. I guess maybe since Paramount.
Last weekend?
Yeah, I think Dave Meltzer reported that. That was the lowest watched Paramount, which I get it. It wasn't a great card.
It's Meltzer.
I don't know. Yeah, he's not usually. I don't usually see him report UFC stuff. He used to do pay-per-view reports and things like that.
Yeah,
Here's the problem with a lot of the fight game, right? And I've said this over and over again. They play games with the fights everybody wants to see because they think whatever we put out there, you'll watch. And now there's so much out there, so many different promotions and what have you, that you're not gonna sit around for a fight that you've already predetermined. Not that interested.
Yeah,
And that's what's happening in the UFC. Like, don't just give us a card to give us a card.
This still is. Yeah, well, that's why they get the TV deal. They do is because they fill content. Like that's what the thing is they've become more about the inventory than they have the quality. And that's
it used to be about the quality. You used to be able to get one or two good fights.
But here's the thing: the problem still is, even with the UFC, I would argue their depth has never been worse as far as like people who want to tune in to watch this guy in particular. Like they got 4 guys like that. Like right now, I would say it's Bejeda, it's Islam, it's Ilia Topuria, and maybe Amanda Nunes. Maybe I'm missing somebody, but like that's the list right now. John Jones, I don't count because he doesn't fight, and now they got Conor back. But finally, he hasn't fought in 7 years.
John's trying to get out of his contract.
Right.
Yeah, he's not. He's
not. I don't
just
think he's fighting because he was talking about arthritis.
He's not going to fight again.
And in his bare knuckle fights, he was talking about that as well.
I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he knows. And honestly, to be honest, I don't even know if right now him versus Bejeda is not a bigger fight than Francis versus John. I mean, Bejeda's a pretty big deal. But the problem with the Netflix thing, it was a fun night. It was nostalgic. The combatants were fun, but I just don't know where they go from here. Because even afterwards, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do a Perry Diaz rematch again." I'm like, why? I'm not here to like take away Mike's payday, but he destroyed Nate Diaz. Like this was Nate Diaz has this weird hypnosis over the fan base where like they think because he bleeds easily that is the in some fantasy world he's not going to bleed and he's going to win a fight. The same thing happened when he lost to Masvidal. They're like, oh, well, he was gonna turn it around. I'm like, all right, well, but he didn't. I don't know. I mean, it was a pretty lopsided win for him. And the same thing happened with Perry, where they're like, yeah, we should do that again. I'm like, why? You bludgeoned him. I don't understand that. So I just don't see where Netflix really goes from here, because Ronda says she's done. They're like, oh, we want to do Gina again. I'm like, you think that's going to be a great sell? Like Gina Carano after lasting 17 seconds with Ronda Rousey? Like, not to me.
Right.
Your only hope is to get Francis Ngannou fights. And I don't, there's not a ton of, the UFC doesn't have a heavyweight division. You think they're going to go find heavyweights? Right. So it was fun. I don't know what its lasting impact is going to be, but we'll see. We'll see. I want to write them off, but I came away with them at the end of that night.
I was entertained.
Yeah, entertaining night.
It was
don't
an
know where they go
entertaining night. But it was also entertaining in a way that, like, it's half the fighters you'll never see again.
Yeah, yeah,
and that's what sucks. Right?
I don't know. I don't know where they go from here.
The only other guy in all of that stuff that you would want to see is Francis Ngannou.
Yes,
because you want to see him punch.
You'll always tune into a friend. I don't see Mike Perry fight again, but I don't want to see Mike Perry fight Nate Diaz.
No,
he killed Nate Diaz.
Right.
I don't need to see him fight Nate Diaz anymore.
Right.
I get it. Nate's one of the biggest names. Everybody will always tune into a Nate Diaz fight, but geez Louise. I mean, the guy got turned into Swiss cheese.
Dude, I knew what to expect. I knew what I was probably gonna see. Right. I saw it, and I was still like, ugh.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my goodness, how brutal was that?
We'll take a break. More to come here on the show. We're back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Leroy, give us a weather update while you're still up. Brought to us by Tornado Roofing and Contracting.
Let's go.
Helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for a free roof and window estimate.
All right. It is. I'm going to go ahead on partly cloudy, but it's raining. It's raining this morning pretty hard by me. The ground's wet. The winds are about 10 miles an hour coming out of the, let's have a little looky-loo, coming out of the east. So, yeah, I would say you're going to get some passing showers. It's not going to be consistent rain, but it rained yesterday. Did you feel that cold air? Like it got cloudy, and then you got some cold air.
I didn't have that where I was. It was one of those things, like it's doing this thing recently where it's like super hot, but then like the wind gusts, like they blow in nice, and then it's just like back to a furnace.
So the thing is that everybody was complaining about how hot it was. I'm a sweater, right? I sweat and I wasn't sweating, and I'm like, the humidity must not be that high. And in the last few days, it was hot, but the humidity was only 50%. That doesn't happen down here this time of year.
That's not good.
What do you mean it's not good?
It means we're in for a rough summer.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because then you add the soup on top of the heat.
So, yeah, when it gets soupy and your clothes are sticking to you and stuff like that, I didn't even eat all my oranges.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Yeah, normally I bring oranges to the golf course.
What are you, a child?
Yeah, that's what you do. You get some substance in your stomach with some nutrients.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's the only name something else you could eat. That would be, I put them in the refrigerator so they're cold. Cold orange slices are delicious when it's hot.
Okay, I believe you. You happy? Your boy Aaron Rodgers officially back.
Yeah. Two things. One, he's gonna be 42. So
yeah, very old.
Right.
The older old.
And he's gonna be throwing to a guy that I promise you in the middle of the season he's gonna lose confidence in.
Who, DK?
Yeah.
But he has Michael Pittman.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. DK is
and Jermaine. And
DK gonna hardly catch passes because he's not known as a catcher of the football.
I like their receivers. They got the kid from Alabama.
And the other thing is, it's Pittsburgh, right? So how do you feel about the Knicks? How do you feel about Boston? It's in my blood.
So it's double with because you hate Aaron Rodgers.
No, it's Pittsburgh,
yeah, so
and he
yeah,
plays
for
two for. I'm getting a twofer. Right.
No, it's actually a Pittsburgh. He's a Viking. Remember, he's a former Viking.
It's Bogo.
Over.
It's Bogo.
Bogo. You go to Publix, you're like, I got hate for Rodgers and the Steelers.
Yeah. Bogo.
He got Malik Willis money. I wonder who'll be better this year.
If look, I'm not stupid.
He's got more weapons.
Like I would say this, I would trust the weapons and the offense that Aaron Rodgers has over this one, sight unseen. Right? We don't know what any of these guys are going to be able to do or can do.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes it
they were a 10-win team last year. I would hope so. I would hope that they can at least keep some of that going.
Well, again, I'm a firm believer that wherever their coach, Mike, who's the old coach? Tomlin.
Yeah.
Wherever Mike Tomlin coaches, he has proven with what he's done with the Steelers that he walk in the building that get you 5 to 6 wins.
Yeah, I would agree.
Right. And so I don't know how that's going to go with Mike McCarthy. He's not known as that guy, especially in like Steel City.
Well, he's from Steel City.
That don't matter. He doesn't coach.
He
that
looks
way.
like Pittsburgh.
He looks like Pittsburgh, but he's never been that type of coach. So I wonder how that.
Overwhelmingly, he's had a very successful career.
Yes, it just so happened that it's in a place where coaches don't get a lot of credit.
He's just not he's probably like the least sexy good coach there is. Like, because even when the Dolphins were like talking about names and people were like, oh, Mike McCarthy, I'm like,
But why? If
I
he's
don't
a
know.
good coach,
I don't know.
Like-
I don't know what it is.
It's because doesn't.
Yeah, he's just
because he doesn't like when Mike Tomlin walks into a room and say, "I'm gonna be your ball coach," right? You like, yeah,
Mhm.
right? Mike McCarthy, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna come.
But he's a good coach.
He's a
That's
good
the thing.
coach.
He's a good coach.
He's a good coach.
He's a good coach.
But being in Pittsburgh and seeing the way Mike Tomlin has won over the years with the toughness and the grit and whatever, if they don't have that and they have to just be good, is that like, you see what I'm saying?
Well, I guess the difference is like you have a guy in Aaron Rodgers, like the quarterback well, and he is an offensive mind, Mike McCarthy. Like he's not like in those years, remember we thought we were getting Joe Philbin, and it was all Mike McCarthy's play calling.
Right.
When Joe Philbin was just putting nice binders together.
He was how can I put it? He was an offensive coach adjacent.
Right.
He didn't talk to no players, and then he had nothing.
I mean, the man did win 12 games multiple times with the Cowboys.
No, we were talking about Philbin though.
No.
But
I'm just saying.
no, that's
McCarthy's
what I'm saying.
a
Like
damn
he's
good
not
coach.
part of the problem is that he was in Dallas, and no coach in Dallas gets credit for anything.
Molly.
You see what I'm saying? But
I don't even know who's their head coach right now. Schottenheimer?
Shoddy. Brian Schottenheimer.
yeah,
Whoever will be
Marty's son.
whoever the puppet fits next. That's whoever goes there.
Dave Campo,
Yeah,
Jason
that's right up Jerry Jones's alley.
yeah.
The Dolphins will start OTAs today.
They got an indoor facility.
Feels like an inside day.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Feels like an inside day
So-
for the Miami Dolphins.
man. Can I just tell you the first week or so is so boring.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I think they get to do stuff today. I think because they finished their phases. I think they actually get to wear helmets. I mean, you don't put pads on.
They wear helmets, but here's the problem, right? And it might be a little different now because it's new offense, new coaches or whatever.
Yep.
But when you play for the same system over and over again, and every year you go through that first page of the playbook again, I'm like, let me tell you,
Right
it's
off the
like-
ship.
clear.
No.
Because I'm sitting there like, nigga, Leroy, wake up. I'm like, same conversation we had last year on this day. I'm good.
Yeah. It's like, I get it, dude. I don't need more.
But I will say this, you can't mess up. You can't go. Now, it's amazing because here's what happens. You ready for this one? There's going to be a bunch of people there, right? Like guys trying out, guys they bring in the camp or whatever. And there are guys, maybe 10 or 15 guys that will never put on shoulder pads and football pants and they get cut. And it's like, wow, right?
Yeah, just didn't like the looks of you. Sorry.
Well, you can like, and that's why some of these things are important for guys who are trying out or, get asked in the camp or whatever, because they're looking at all of the stuff that would make you worth bringing in the camp. Your footwork, your ability to learn the playbook, your, commitment to working out and all these things. And it's like, yeah.
Handsome Daffy has chimed in on Twitch. He says, reporting live from Miami Gardens. And yes, it is an inside day because it's raining. I live right next to the facility. Well,
Right.
thank you, Handsome Daffy. Boots on the ground.
Oh,
That's dope.
hey, no blocky?
Maybe.
No.
I don't know. Maybe.
No. Wrong. Wait. There's no blocking by the Hard Rock.
There might be these
No,
days.
no,
lad.
no, no,
There
no,
might
no.
be these days.
No, they got the lot across the street from the stadium with all of
Yeah.
that. There's no
I remember
blocking.
one time I had to park down the street.
What about for F1? F1, they do
You
no
might
blocky?
have to. Yeah, they're definitely gonna do blocking. I know that there's got to be houses that's allowing cars to be parked in their driveway
Have
for
to
like
be.
$50 or $100.
Yeah. This was posted by Austin Jackson. It was a photo of the Dolphins offensive line.
Why they listen to Kalani?
Oh, they lining up, they running.
Yeah.
That's what they doing, running.
That Caden Proctor's big, dude. Goodness.
Oh.
74?
Jesus.
He is a
Yeah, but
moose.
look at old boy in the back.
Is that Paul?
Is that
I don't
Paul?
know. No, I think that's Sally. Paul's 52. He's squatting down.
Yeah.
Damn, that's him squatting.
Yeah.
He still look like he's standing. Proctor can't squat.
The
Proctor can't
biggest
squat.
dude is in the back.
What, 68?
66.
Is that 66?
66.
Yeah.
You think he's bigger than Proctor?
Look at him.
Nah, 74 is a monster, bro.
Dude, look at the size of those calves, man. Jeez
Se-
Louise.
His leg is bigger than my whole body.
That's ridiculous.
Vlad, that's not saying much, dude.
I'm just saying.
You're built like chopsticks.
Don't be mad because I can eat.
So here's the deal. He ain't 390.
Nah.
Ooh, 74?
No, he said he was. I think he said he was 350.
He'll be
So-
330 by the time.
So here's the deal, though. Vlad, it's not this time of year. It's that break.
Oh, that's where they gain the weight.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying by the time he gets to training camp,
Yeah, but
he'll start losing it.
It's that break.
Yeah, that's
So
6
he may
weeks.
leave here like
At 330,
340, 345 or
And then-
whatever.
and then 15
And then you
pounds.
have like that month break where you get all situated
You
and
know when
stuff like that. And that's probably when you start like
4th of July
get your
weekend.
contract and you got your money and you partying and eating, yeah.
Two things I suggest for all those rookies when they take that break. One, if you're gonna do things,
Put that picture back up.
go out of the country.
Yeah.
He got 73 looking like a DB in that line. Right? That's crazy.
Austin Jackson, yeah, he's like at the squad going on. I saw a picture with him. He posted a picture of him and Patrick Paul. He didn't look much smaller than him.
Well, listen, mission accomplished.
let's see.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
Kai Finn for 502. You're right. Good Lord, there's some big boys.
Yeah.
Goodness. That's Savaianaya on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
good
know,
for him.
huh?
Good for him.
You could tell.
Good God, his calves.
Samoan, that's a Samoan thing right there.
Simone Cavs.
Yeah.
Schmeathan says not much Luke Combs being played in that O-line meeting. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think Andrew Myers getting the aux very much.
So yeah, look, I remember when we would go to our first meetings, like that's what my offensive line looked like in Cleveland. When I got to Minnesota, we had 2 O-linemen that were 260.
Who? Matt Burke?
In Minnesota? No, Jeff Christie.
Oh,
Jeff Christie was like 265, 270, and then Randall McDaniel was 260. But guess what?
they played interior.
Yeah, which makes it worse.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
nope.
they were strong.
They were
strong.
so fast.
And technical.
And keep in mind, Randall McDaniel played tight end in college, so he could run. I'm talking about run. So, but then on the outside we had Stussy, we had Big Dave,
Todd Susie.
and then we had Big K. The right side of the line, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that was 700.
Jeez.
700 pounds. The left side, it was weird because you would look at Jeff Christie standing in front of Gilbert Brown for a whole game.
I mean, listen, Proctor, like they said, I mean, they're not that dude is massive.
He's massive.
Massive.
But I tell you what, the 2 guys behind him ain't much smaller.
That is a moose. I don't know if they're gonna make the team, those guys.
Yeah, but then look at Patrick Paul. Patrick Paul is squatted down, which I would say this: 74. Do some back stretches, dog. You're looking a little stiff. Go ahead on and get your stretch on. Look, in my line, look how everybody else down.
You're true.
He looking stiff. Patrick Paul looks athletic.
Is that an awkward thing, like having to, because all the vets know how to do stuff, even if it's like you've done football your whole life? Do you feel awkward at all?
How about this? So the one thing, if you look at Randall McDaniel on film, right? He used to have that leg out like this, right? And they tried to break him of it. Just pull up a picture of Randall McDaniel. He had that one leg that just didn't look like it. He couldn't, and he could run, so nobody ever questioned it. But some of them are comfortable. Before, remember, all offensive linemen used to put their hand in the dirt, no matter what. Now a lot of them only go up.
Especially the cheaters who are starting early.
Oh, yeah.
We'll take a break. Back after this. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Gonna be a short segment because we went long the last two. We're having fun. We're chatting here on a Monday.
You got a mouse in your pocket?
Hey man, I didn't see you wanted to stop talking about Aaron Rodgers being a bum.
Hey, nor did not. Don't forget, I did not miss the fact that your bum moved on.
Oof.
Who?
James Harden.
Are you still upset by that, even though he had a terrible game last night?
I'm not upset.
Are you?
If he would have killed it, I would be like, oh, here we go, But he really he coattail rided that one. But I will say, listen, he got Jared Allen. Jared Allen looked great. Jared Allen, listen.
Game 7, Jared Allen.
Jalen Duren, if you're going to look at anybody, you look at Jared Allen. One time the lights were too bright, and now Jared Allen's killing it. So there is hope for you, Jalen Duren.
Duren is giving him all the confidence in the world. Like everybody taking Durham, huh?
Oh, my goodness.
Let me ask you a question.
Huh.
You give him 235? Duren's a free agent.
I think the Pistons are going to.
And if he makes a all NBA
he might
team,
make all NBA.
He's gonna make all
295.
Here's the thing.
for Durham.
For Duren, yeah.
Duren.
No,
They gonna give it to him.
He had a great
They're
year.
gonna give it to him because here's what happens in basketball. Vlad, in football, we would look at all the numbers, right? And you get accordingly. Like they'll separate you accordingly. Okay, you are 10th, in wide receiver or running back or whatever. And then they'll do, you'll go back and forth. Primary, scorer, primary this or whatever. In basketball, it's one word. Max or not max. That's it.
Yeah, which I do think is going to go away for a lot of guys. But here's the thing. He's a very talented center. He's very young. He did just basically, had a 19-10 season. Yes, stunk in the playoffs. But what is he, 23? Super young.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I think
he's got no moves. Like, he's a lob threat. That's what he is. He needs to,
Yeah, we have bigs that are like that. You know what I mean? But the thing is that he's got to be better.
He needs to be better
defending the rim.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, he compares himself. I think he fancies himself after Bam a lot. You're not the defender Bam is.
No.
You're not.
No, because you can't take as currently constructed, his game should never be 1 foot outside of the paint.
Mm-hmm.
Offensively or defensively.
Saw that Udonis was like, hey, you need to do like LeBron and you got to call a Hakeem up. You think Hakeem ever gets tired of having to deal with bums who can't have any moves in the paint?
Oh.
Like his phone
like
just his phone just rings in the summer. He goes, oh, another
think
guy
about
wants
this.
to learn some moves.
In order to give a certain person a call, there's requirements of athleticism you need to have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So if you're going to call Hakeem, right, and you can't shimmy or, have good feet, don't call that man. You need to go to a different level big. If you ain't athletic enough to move like Hakeem can't teach you nothing. So I don't know why they trying to get I worked out with Hakeem. I worked out with Hakeem. No.
Hakeem's looking at his phone. He's like, ugh, DeAndre Jordan's calling me.
Right. Well, now DeAndre Jordan is athletic.
No, I mean, Jalen Duren can jump out the gym, but I don't know if he's got the moves, the footwork.
He ain't got the footwork.
Yeah.
The footwork. That's what I'm saying.
What was the Charles Barkley DeAndre Jordan quote? If you left him alone in a gym with a basketball, he'd still go like 6 for 30. Something like that. And no dunks. He said, and no dunks.
Hey, I mean, Chuck got some liners now.
Hey, all my intangibles out there, Machine Gun Kelly. We're giving away tickets to see his Lost Americana show with Wiz Khalifa.
Ooh.
May 27th at the I Think Financial Amphitheater.
Do people not realize he used to rap first?
I was confused. I thought he gave up rap.
Eminem cooked him.
Is Megan Fox going to be there?
I don't think they're together anymore. I'm not sure,
okay.
Vlad. I'll look
I don't know my intangible relationship.
Yes, Eminem did cook him.
And then he all of a sudden started playing guitar.
Well, he'll be at I Think Financial Amphitheater. And if you guys want to win those tickets, go to WQAM.com now/contest. It's the Live Nation show. Take a break. We actually have another ticket giveaway coming up next hour as well. Also intangibles. I know Schmeathan's going to say something about that. We'll take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Give you a weather update here, brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping keep your home and family safe when the storm rolls in. Visit tornadoroofing.com for your free roof and window estimate. And currently in Miami, thunderstorms going on right now. A little bit cleared up by us, but you never know around the rest of us. That's going to go scattered throughout the day. It is currently 81 degrees, a little cooler than it's been. Need to be cooled off by this rain, but that's what we got going on right now. The headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com, as the Marlins will be back in action tonight. They'll start a 4-game series with the Bravos. That gets going at 6:40. Max Meyer is on the hill for the Fish. They lost 2 out of 3 to the Rays yesterday. Almost came back, but left the bases loaded in the 8th. That was a tough one. A tough one for the Fish. But Jacob Marcy's starting to come together. That's one piece of good news. Joe Mack showing some good things. The pitching's, been very inconsistent, you know?
They'll go like 5 innings and you're like, oh, this is awesome. And then, no, it's not.
The Pinks! Inter Miami. They beat Portland 2-0. Messi scored. And they got their first win in new stadium. Although I guess some of the fans are disgruntled.
Yeah,
I'm a little.
Yeah. My cousin Dan Day went out there yesterday. He said they're still building.
They're still building things at the stadium.
Yeah, it still has a lot. It still has some work to do.
Well, RVA Richie was telling me that Dan Day broke the story that the fans were upset, that the supporters were upset about the players on Inter Miami not acknowledging them then. And then they did a silent protest at yesterday's game. No drums, no fun. And then they were chanting something.
Oh, because Dan was trying to figure out why they weren't very raucous. And he thought that maybe they were told not to be raucous anymore.
No, not soccer.
That's what soccer is. It's the raucousness.
But he says he sees the vision. He sees the vision, what they have there. There's going to be things that is being built around new stadium that's going to make the experience more eventful. You know, they're building restaurants, bars, hotels around, like stuff like that.
I'm sure those will be filled.
But yeah,
usually when they say big projections of restaurants are going to be filled, it always happens down here.
They said that when Marlins Park, didn't they?
They sure did.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting.
They should have left Bull Bar up.
It's still there. It's just closed.
Yeah, it's just a building. It's I don't even know if it is. I think
the name's still on it.
I think it might be gone now.
No, the name's still on it. The last time we were out there
I might go to I'm going to check. I'm going to see. I think it's gone now. But the Pinks and the Pink supporters are not happy with the Pinks because Messi's being a little holier than thou. And this is the problem with the thing.
Here's the deal. And I will say this. Messi is being messy. Messi has always been
there. You're saying he's being himself.
He's being himself. He's always been this way.
Because this is a messy situation.
Nobody so he doesn't talk that much.
Never talks to the media.
Right.
Which is not big English, so it doesn't, not
right. Which is also another, thing. But there's no requirements that, they have like the other, sports.
I don't know. I would just gather that he has different rules. Like he has ownership almost in Apple TV and things like that. Like, look, he's an icon. He plays by different rules than anybody else is going to play in that league.
So this beforehand.
Well, the ownership does, but I think that if you're fans and you've been supporting the Pinks forever, and by the way, there have been fan groups that have been there for before pre-Messi when they're stuck in their ass up in Fort Lauderdale,
right.
And so they finally get down here and they're excited about it, and they feel like they're kind of getting their getting their nose turned up by some superstar players. And
can I ask a question?
Sure.
As a player, as a fan, and I'll ask you this. Does a player of any sport owe you interaction, or do they owe you victories?
The thing that makes everybody happiest is victories.
Okay.
But I do think there are things that you and I, not soccer people, which we're not, that
Right.
we don't understand what the connections are with, tip of the cap. Like I know in college football, you lose a game or you win a game, you go sing the alma mater at a home game, like you go and acknowledge your fan base for the game. And I think something happened here where they got smoked. They had a terrible loss to Orlando City, which is their rival, and they didn't take it well. And the fans are feeling some way about it. But I think the other thing is there's also been a little bit of like, hey, when people were excited for soccer to come here and finally start here, it was a nice little thing that you could become a fan for. And then now you have the biggest athlete in the world. And much like a lot of things down here in South Florida, the actual people of South Florida are getting priced out of things. And like, this is supposed to be like, hey, this is supposed to be one of our local teams that you can go support. And there's a bit of an elitism disconnect there. But look, you got Messi. I mean, this is and I come at this from a little bit of a weird perspective because I'm not a big soccer guy.
Neither.
If you told me that I could trade Messi for Giannis in 3 seconds, I would do it. So I'm not the right person to ask. I'm not.
Wait, what?
I'm telling you, if you told me today, Tobes, you lose Messi out of Miami, but you get Giannis or whoever, Ant-Man or Joker, I'm selfish. I'm going for the teams that I care about more. I also think the thing that's weird about Inter Miami is they just won the championship and it wasn't even celebrated down here. Like they hightailed it out of here. They're hired guns. It's a lot like it feels like a Vegas residency. Like you're here to see Messi, but he's not really of the city. He's of the world. He's already come with more support,
but do you pay
and more of a following than we could ever give him. And I think that's the thing where he's going to be like, you think I need, it's almost like, you think I need you? I have countries, nations, supporters, legions of fans. Dude, when Messi came down here, people following us on social media, I'm like, you're following the wrong guy. But so many people were so crazed about Messi coming down here. They're following everybody down here covering it social media-wise just to get any piece of him. So there's also a piece of Messi that's going to be looking at this and be like, you think I need you? I could literally do this wherever.
Right.
But that's going to lose you on some of the connections with the fans, for whatever it's worth.
But you win.
You did
which
win.
Is the most.
But they've also
thing.
been off to a pretty rickety start this year. They already fired their manager,
which probably makes the players frustrated. Like, I get soccer is a little bit different, right? The level that Messi is unlike any other person that's played down here, right?
And RVA Richie, you could feel free to enlighten us if you do want to call in. I know that this drives you nuts when we go soccer ignorant on you.
And the problem is that he is being who he is. Like, he doesn't talk to media. He doesn't, right? He doesn't do a lot of those things. Most people know that.
Yeah,
like,
it's
the media has said they haven't done a presser with him in 3 years.
Right.
Imagine that in an American sport.
Yeah, like when LeBron was here, LeBron talked twice a day.
Right.
And that's LeBron. But LeBron is the biggest thing in America. This guy's arguably the biggest thing in the world.
Right. So,
and he does,
I get it.
And so I just don't think I think the thing that is probably hard for Miami to accept, and especially the hardcore fans who cared about it even before Messi was here, is there's not really going to be this heartfelt connection for Messi. Like, this is a financial agreement. This is a cherry on top of an already illustrious career, and he's never going to feel like he's ours.
But if you know this, then what's the problem? Like, we kind of knew this when he came here. We kind of all thought this, right? Like.
No, I don't think so. I don't think you ever think when a guy's going to come here. Like, remember when he first got here, we saw him, like, the fun videos of him at Publix or, know, Flanagan's or things like that. You probably think, oh, no, he's going to ingratiate himself. But dude, it's literally the closest thing you could have to a rock star on a sports team.
I mean,
and
yeah,
I don't think that there's ever going to be a time where he's going to feel mom and pop or going to feel like he's always going to be above MLS. He's literally the biggest thing in the sport.
Right. But if you know this, why is there such a problem
Because
with what he's doing?
I think what the problem is, from their perspective, is this is such a little thing we're asking for. We're not asking for autographs.
to
We're
you.
not asking for selfies. Yeah, but also for him. Like, I
No,
don't like, what is the harm in support? You know,
okay, let me say this. For you, it's no big deal. For him, it might be something different.
What would be the big deal?
I don't know.
But what would be the big deal?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
just saying,
if
you're saying this is how you look at it. He may look at it totally different.
Yeah, but I think the way he's probably looking at it is, I'm Messi. You should be happy if I'm here no matter what. And what?
And
nothing. I'm telling you what he probably thinks.
No, I'm saying, would you rather him? Would you rather him not be here?
Me?
No, just care. The fans. Would you rather him not be?
I'm sure no, they would rather take Messi, but I think they're saying like, what is the, why is there this feeling like, oh, you're above, like, is it that big a deal to?
But how do you see? We're taking how we feel and putting the reasons.
There's like Leroy. This is the thing that has to be put out. Fans have emotional investment in this on top of financial investment in this. His is just financial for right now. Like he's not Bam Adebayo, who's drafted and brought up here. He's not gonna be Caden Proctor, who's started his career here. You have emotional ties to Cleveland because of how your career started there. Imagine you being like the last place on the stop and
here's what
you're exhausted with all of it.
Think about this. I'll put it in context. I have never been back to a Minnesota Vikings game.
Yeah, but is that because you don't want to be, or
No,
just because it's Minnesota?
Just believe me, it's a nice city.
Yeah, but didn't they offer you?
Yeah,
last year.
Yeah, they've offered me a bunch of years.
So that's just you.
That's
just
me,
you, right?
But that's just me.
He's different because of the fact that he is a worldwide star,
right?
And second, that people seem to forget, he's not American. He's Argentinian. So he may play for a club here in America, but his whole thing is for his country. So when Argentina plays like they're playing in the World Cup,
he's all in.
He's all in because he's Argentinian. Like that's what he's
when
gonna.
you win the World Cup, there's nothing that's gonna compare to that.
That's what it is. Like, yes, Inter Miami, great. MLS, he's trying to build up a league that nobody really gave a damn about. He's played in all the major leagues that people cared for, and it's won. So therefore, you got Messi at the latter stage of his career.
Right.
He don't want to be bothered by no one. He just wants to make his money and bounce.
What's up, RVA Richie? How are you, buddy?
Hey, man. Good morning, man. There's a couple of ways to look at it. I mean, I know he's just bigger than life, and a lot of people here in the United States just don't understand that. But I know that most big European people, clubs, and South Americans everywhere, they pretty much find their, away fandom, and they go and they give them an applaud. They give them even a bow in some instances. They always go out and they reach out to their fans. Now, with Messi and here, the people that are really mad are the real, true, hardcore Miami Pink fans, the people that were here before Messi, the people that wanted the team. They don't care if Messi was here or not. They just wanted to root for the Pinks, and they love the Pinks. Now, granted, you got Jesus Christ, on your team. I mean, that kind of makes
Soccer
everything
Jesus, yeah.
lovely and happy. Yeah, exactly. So that kind of, influences the situation. But in all fairness, Messi's Messi, and he's going to do whatever he wants. Like, he probably owns his team, or he probably owns a lot of the stake of the team. He probably wrote his own contract, and he probably wrote that he doesn't want to talk to anybody. It's almost certain, too. That's another aspect of it. So,
yeah, I think the media things are separate. Like, look, if you, I understand, our media brethren down here, everybody wants access to the biggest stars and to talk to them. I think that's a different entity. Like, look, he's going to play by different rules.
Texted. Jesus Christ would say hi to his fans.
He would. That's true. He would. That's true. The thing here,
but he went offering as well.
The thing here is like, hey, just a little salute. Like, is that a big deal? But the thing is like he actually seems pissed that they're even outraged by it. Like, how dare you? Like, I'm here. You literally couldn't get a better soccer entity than me, which he's right. I mean, he is right about that.
they sang songs. They like in like soccer lore and etiquette. When the fans are mad, they sing really raunchy, horrible songs. And I'm sure that was the case. That's
You
the
gotta
reason
understand
why
yourself.
he was so angry. Excuse me. That's why he was so angry, and that's why it drew his ire, and he shifted, because it was at the 85th minute that this transpired, where they started to cheer for him. So it was noticeable.
Well, I'm sorry.
Thank
I
you.
hope everybody, gets their things together. I can relate to this, of course, when I was a young lad as a season ticket holder for the Marlins, and I did not get acknowledgement from the Marlins bullpen when I was cheering for them. I felt empty. I know they're getting snubbed by Messi, and I was getting snubbed by Reniel Pinto, but it's samesies, the same thing, dude. Or Braden Looper. Oh, Braden Looper.
Ooh. I get both sides of it, but I would say this. Would you rather have the Pinks come over and tip a cap and you not have Messi, but you get your wave? Or would you rather have wins in a championship and have Messi, but you don't get a wave? Seems like an easy answer. Seems like an easy answer to me.
I'll trade Messi, though, if we get Ant-Man.
Well, right.
But I'm the wrong person to ask.
Ronaldo is just as big, but, it's hard. It's hard to compare that.
Where is Ronaldo? Is he still in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, well, excuse me.
They paid him, what, $1 billion?
Yes. He's making $250,000 a year.
$250
million a year.
But where do you watch him?
On FS2.
People get that?
Yes.
Who?
Me.
You get FS2?
Yes.
Get out of here.
I'm here. FS2.
So
they show all the Saudi Arabia soccer.
I get it, and look, Messi is being Messi, but I would only have a problem with Messi when the team's not winning, and then we got to deal with that, right? But I get it. I'm not like, again, I have a big disconnect.
I think,
with fans.
I think these fans, like, if you feel like
you're a former athlete.
Yeah,
right.
but I would say
admit
even the fans who are the most hardcore, and you had to watch Higuain, roly-poly up and down the field for years, even though he did light it up in his final season. If you think you're going to have the same connection to Messi as he did, you're probably not. You just enjoy the greatness.
right.
And then this is just going to be a blur, and however long, because that new stadium's up, and hopefully it stands for years, and this continues to make it bigger than ever. But if you think you're going to have the warmest connect, like we already saw that after winning the championship, they couldn't get out of here fast enough. They went to India.
Right.
So I think you just got to enjoy the talent, and that's it. Just accept that. Because it's not going to be, this is not going to be like other sports where it's like, hey, there's that connection in the city, and it's also, and that's part of the love too. I think he's just too big. He's too big a star.
Can we just enjoy the greatness, or do we have? Yeah, I enjoy the greatness, but he didn't wave. That sounds trivial, and I get it's different for soccer. I'm not trying to minimize how big of a deal that is or isn't.
We should all just go back to Flanagan's together. I think it would just make everybody calm down. And
Flanagan's will always make you happy.
I mean, who wouldn't make happy? We'll take a break. Back after this. Oh, a little art god savvy for you.
Of course. Got to show love to our guy.
Shout
Frog
out,
boy.
Yeah, especially since he had to put himself through listening to 3 Drake albums this weekend.
Dude. Oh, my God.
Wow.
I give the boy credit. Iceman was good. The other two I could do without. But I can understand why one of the albums happened. Remember, he's going to be the World Cup. He's performing at the World Cup. So one of the albums, not the R&B, not Maid of Honor, the other one, like Hibachi or whatever that thing's called.
Love Hibachi.
Yeah, it's going to be used for the World Cup. It's more of the international sound.
You like Hibachi? Yeah, you heard me. You like Hibachi?
Oh,
yeah, dude. Woo. Fantastic. I just want everybody to know that I'm a better Heat fan than Alejandro Solana because he has turned down my offer to trade Ant-Man for Messi.
By the way, I saw your video. Everybody go check out Tobin on
What
his YouTube
video?
page. Huh?
Which
What video?
One? Which one?
The video that made you so happy, got you peacocking.
What do you mean, dude?
I'm saying peacocking. Like Leroy, you know your boy. You know our boy. Our boy's always looking for any crevice, any hint, any crack or sign for him to get the one player he wants more than anyone.
Me?
Yeah, you. And then when he saw Ant-Man go handshake everyone in the San Antonio Spurs after getting their ass kicked by like 30.
Hey, by the way, those were some depressing ends to seasons, huh?
a lot of end of the season was very depressing. You were so happy. Like you could see the smile. Why?
Yeah.
The first sign that Ant-Man might want to leave Minneapolis.
First, it's the beginning of the end, Vlad. That's what it is. Like it was, for the longest time, Ant-Man's obviously we've all wanted Ant-Man on the Miami Heat, Heat fans. But it was never it's not gonna happen anytime soon because he's young, he's still in the middle of a contract.
Mm-hmm.
But now it feels like the beginning of the end. You need the embarrassing. They've been a good team. They made the conference finals. Now they've been bounced in the second round. Now they got killed by Wembanyama. The only reason they won a game, they stole a game and then won a game because Wemby was out. Got absolutely annihilated. Rudy Gobert, sacre bleu. No bueno, dude. All right.
He went Rudy Gobert on the
French
situation.
Spanish on Rudy Gobert.
Mixing languages.
You're mixing language. Look at you.
So, did you see what happened?
No.
He got his ass kicked so bad. They take him out, 8 minutes left. And then he goes and congratulates all of the Spurs while the game's still going on with 8
During the
minutes left.
timeout.
During a timeout. Even Udonis Haslem, we'll give you that sound a little later. Udonis Haslem called. He's like, what the hell are you doing, Ant? Like, what do you do? It's like, wait till the game's over. Don't do that now. Not now. But it felt to me because look. This is a West now with 2 juggernauts. All right.
We're facing tonight.
It's gonna be a great series. Can't wait for this.
Do you think Wemby goes Hakeem Olajuwon?
Dude, I don't know.
And says that should be my MVP award?
Maybe. Shea won, by the way, on the second.
Yeah, that's all right.
But everyone's got to be looking like, man, what are we gonna do? Because if you're the Wolves, you've already done one of your trades. You traded Cat to New York. You got Julius Randle.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Great trade. Thank you.
Terrible trade.
Woo! Leon Rose, baby. That was a good move.
God.
Let you handle sketches.
What were Rudy Gobert and Julius Randle? What were they? 1 for 11 together? They were
What, in
terrible.
game 6?
Yeah. They were
Let me check.
They were awful. Awful, Leroy. And Julius Randle, outside of that game 1, I mean, just really stunk up the joint in
Oh,
that series.
man, he was bad.
Really stunk up the joint. And so they're at this unfortunate place where they have no moves.
None.
They've
Because
tried their
they've
moves.
already gave up everything. First of all, not for nothing. The Rudy Gobert trade changed the way everybody does business. Because now they all say, Rudy Gobert got 4.
Right.
They were 1 for 12. Rudy Gobert
But
and
can I ask
10
a question,
rebounds among both of them.
Jeez.
If your star is not good, can you expect to win? So you start with your star. You can't go to the other guys not being good if your star isn't good.
I get what you're saying.
Because and we can do this with Wait, if Jalen Brunson has a boo-boo night, can the Knicks still win?
Yes.
Yeah, they could win. They could win a game. Will they win a series if he
Wait,
has a terrible
right.
series?
If he has a bad game,
Yeah.
yeah, we can win. Cat, OG.
Okay.
But could they win a series if he is terrible? No,
No,
probably not.
I mean, nobody's going to win.
No
if
one's
your
going to win a
best player.
series.
Right.
But, listen, Ant was banged up in this series. That's true. Would they have won anyway if he's healthy? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
But so they're relying on those are the others. They're your others.
Yeah, but
they're your sidekicks.
You can't, you can't go through a series where like they pull through for you and they come through and then it's like, then they don't even look like they belong in the same zip code.
But that's why they're M1s, because they can't do it every night. That's the nature of it.
Julius Randle has been an all-star. Like he's not like new to. He's been the best player on a team before. It's not like he's new to it.
There's the video right there.
Yeah,
there. Well, you got.
So anyway, he's got 3 years left on his contract, right? 3, and so it makes you think, Leroy. Pat Riley wants all this cap space for next year. Makes one wonder. I've been wondering, is there a possibility of Joker? Because Joker's in the same spot. All these stars in the West.
Mm-hmm.
Other than the Lakers will have moves because the Lakers will have cap space and they have their picks. But the Denver Nuggets have kind of spent everything that they got. They got 2 other guys next to Joker who are constantly injured to make a ton of money. And the Wolves, like they're gonna say, everybody's gonna be on the table except for probably Ant and Jaden McDaniels. And okay, but like, what is that gonna get you? Is it gonna get you over the hump?
Right.
So it just to me, I don't think Ant-Man's coming to the Heat this year, okay? But certainly is the beginning of the end. Very interesting.
To be honest with you, I don't think nothing of it. I would say the timing isn't the best, right? It looked, but does that mean that they're going to get to the point where they go, he can't be on our team?
No. He's going to go look around and be like, I need to get the hell out of here.
Well, I mean, yeah.
He's fought the good fight.
I think he would say this. If I was better, they would have been better.
Nah, I think
it's a cute thing to say.
Tobin, I think you're right, Tobin. If you're reading some of these messages that's happening here, this is a team that went to the Western Conference Finals 2 years in a row. Mm-hmm. And then they got to the semis this
Snippy
year.
with the coach this year.
Snippy with the coach. And listen what the players are saying. The biggest issue is moodiness. Mm-hmm. Dante DiFrancesco saying it just takes that humility to understand that whatever is needed, it needs to be done.
Humble.
So what is going on? Who are they speaking of? Are they speaking of number 30 on their team?
Probably.
Is it a number 27? Is it the Frenchman? That decisions will need to be made. And you said there's 3 years left for this deal?
Yep.
I mean,
3 years left, but once you get to that line,
David Finch looks like he might be, if he doesn't get them to the NBA Finals soon,
right?
He might be let go, and it's going to be difficult in these next 5 years with OKC and San Antonio.
Chalk them up to do something desperate this summer. They're going to do something desperate again. Like they tried to go after Giannis.
They'll
probably try Giannis. They'll probably try Durant again. They'll do something, but they're going to try something to spice things up with Ant-Man. They'll give that 1 year, and then he's going to be looking and be like,
well, the problem is that they ain't got nothing for a number of years, right? Because they didn't.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is it.
Yeah. It's great.
Now, I would say they're going to trade a couple of their pieces, but I don't see who wants. Like, you ain't going to get nothing near the asset you gave up to make this team.
Nah. You'll be getting cents of the dollar for sure. So yeah, it was step one in him getting a foot out the door. The one good thing that happened in the playoffs this weekend. We'll take a break. When we come back, Leroy will hand out his game balls and game bums next. WQAM. Leroy, it is time to hand out your game balls and game bums. What do you got for us here today, dude?
My game ball is going to go to Aaron Rye, won his first major, first Englishman in 107 years to win the PGA Championship.
Jeez, really?
Yes. And one of the things I like when there's no failure, just a winner. And what I would say is he won that tournament. He won the major. It wasn't somebody who choked it up and was 5 shots back at the end of the day. He was pretty consistent. Now, there was also somebody, Kurt Kitayama, who shot 63 earlier in the morning. So he jumped 58 spots to get, I think, a top 10. So that was cool also. But he won that tournament, and people say couldn't be the nicest. He could be one of the nicest golfers they've ever met. And he uses head covers.
Crazy.
Which is crazy. And 2 gloves. You'll know him. If you turn on a golf tournament, he's wearing 2 gloves. He's Indian with an English accent. That's Aaron Rye. I said it earlier. Jake Paul. Don't be backing down when that man's sitting in front of you. You've been talking trash about Francis Ngannou for all this time, and then you see what he did to old boy, and then they ask you about it, and then you want to talk about promoting. No, too late. Go all in. 10 toes down. You want to be in? Be in. Don't all of a sudden start waffling.
I don't want him to be in.
I don't want him either. Then here's the deal.
I've already seen him get his jaw broken in 2 places.
Then here's the deal. Stop talking trash then.
Well, I mean, listen, fight. He's a promoter.
Here's the thing. You got to give Jake Paul this, though.
He gets him.
He steps in the ring.
Yeah.
No, he steps in the ring. Like, you got to give it to him. Like, if Jake Paul said he would fight Francis Ngannou, I believe him. I believe he would fight Francis Ngannou. Dude, he's already fought Anthony Joshua. Did you remember what Anthony Joshua did to Francis Ngannou?
Yes.
Okay, so you can't sit here and be like, he's not about it. If he gets the right paycheck, he will step in there with Francis Ngannou, but he shouldn't.
But again,
he would like the paycheck.
But I would say this.
Well, Netflix would.
If that's the case, then fine. But don't talk trash all the way up to this point, and then when they get you after the ring, kind of back down. That's what I got a problem with the man sitting right in front of you. Don't be scared now.
I don't really know why he's in there, but that's also on Helwani. He wants to he's got him there. He's not going to not ask.
Yeah, you know what? I'm starting to I don't know how you guys feel about it, but do we have to do the shock jock thing and ask the crazy question to stir it up?
He got a lot of heat for that on online. He's always had I think Ariel Helwani has obviously done a great job over his career, but that's probably his biggest criticism, that he's a bit of a pot stirrer.
Is that necessary? Because they did it with John Jones too.
Yes.
Right? And John Jones, known for talking a bunch of trash.
It's part of the game.
Nah.
I think here's the thing. It's a fine dance between you are there to see what the next fight is, because that is part of the promotion. Is what's going to get us to the next one.
I got you.
Where it was hey, Mike Perry wants to fight him, and then a rematch, and then another rematch. It's well, which one does he want to do? But that is part of it. Listen, Jim Gray, the great Larry Merchant, who had said he would kick Floyd Mayweather's ass if he was 50 years younger. They would do that all the time, where it's where do you want to go next? It's always kind of the job. It's what do you think of the fight? What do you want to do next?
Right.
That's also on the promotion of should they have Jake Paul in the ring for every single fight afterwards? Because people are going to want to fight him, and then it's becoming too Jake Paul centric. I can get that criticism for sure.
Right.
But yeah, the one thing you can say about Jake is he's stepped in there with the heavyweight champion of the world and got and paid the price for it. Got paid handsomely for it.
But that's when I don't want to but shouldn't he be aware? Yo, this dude broke me. Yeah. He literally broke my face. I'm gonna stick to the promoting thing, and he tried to say that, but up until this point, he was talking trash about Francis Ngannou.
Yeah.
So I'm let it go, dude. Okay, be out of the fight, be in the fight game, out of the ring.
He should. I mean, I don't. I think because there's gonna come a time. There's gonna come a time where the fact that he's still walking and talking after the AJ fight, he should be all right, that should have been where everybody's like, all right, that's enough. If you're going to do it again. But I also think there's an element to when you come up from the world of views and social media clips and all that stuff, and people are always looking for your next thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think in a lot of ways that's a drug too. And I think you're always looking to see, oh, what's the next thing I can get all these eyeballs on? And yeah, it probably would be a Francis Ngannou fight.
Right.
But he shouldn't do it because there's going to come a time where there's going to be repercussions on that of his health.
But right. And like, but that was my whole problem I had with it. Like, listen, he has gone out of his way to get people who were having problems getting paid to do what they do.
Yes.
And so I commend him for that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I'm not taking that away from him. However, he also is he's a pot stirrer. He likes to talk trash.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
But you got to know when to say when, right? After getting your face smashed in,
Mm-hmm.
it would be perfectly okay to say, you know what? I'm on the promotion side right this. I don't know if I'm going to get back into the ring. But don't still go at the man and then kind of back down, right? You say he kind of back down. Oh, well, I don't know. I said I'd fight him, but no.
Well, I mean, first of all, I don't know that he said it earlier in the week that he doesn't even know if he medically can fight.
Right.
You know?
No.
So, I mean, there's two sides of that, too. Like, I don't
then
know.
Maybe I should be, if that's the case, then maybe I should be giving it to Helwani.
That's the guy. That's the one you should give
it.
Because if Jake Paul backed down from it a while ago, then don't put the two guys, don't pull a Tobin, right?
What does that mean?
When you have the two fighters on.
Don't say that.
Wait.
What do you mean?
Who's the two fighters we had on? And
we had Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos when they were going to fight each other. That was fun. A great interview. It was. It wasn't even my idea.
You did Helwani.
I don't think I did a Helwani.
What?
Some will argue that I've done a Helwani when I've been with the Heat.
Listen, Vlad, I'm from the old school. A guy that can't get punched in the mouth shouldn't be stirring no straws, right? Because you ain't the one. Listen, Helwani could do whatever he want. He ain't the one got to take them hits. But if somebody turned that anger towards him,
it's all Helwani because he was starting stuff from the beginning. You're like, oh, John Jones is over there, guys.
Right,
John Jones is right there.
Right.
You got anything to say to John Jones?
Maybe it's him.
It was absolutely him.
Because I said the same thing about. Wait a minute.
It's probably his number one criticism. People say he's a pot stirrer.
All right, because he ain't.
He'll say he's a journalist. He's asking the questions that fans want to hear.
Journalist.
I will say that's true too. But he is, but he has been accused plenty of times of being a pot stirrer.
The fight game ain't nothing to be played. Somebody get mad and turn that towards him.
But I agree.
No, but like even during the interview, right?
Mm-hmm.
He talked about John Jones, right? Francis answered the John Jones.
And he kept going.
And then he kept on. He goes, "Are you the best heavyweight in the world right now?"
Right.
If you just ask me the question about John Jones, who many consider is the best heavyweight, and we both are the best heavyweights, and you just ask me a question about him, why are you still asking me more questions that just gonna have people thinking, okay, when are these two gonna actually?
I was actually shocked how John Jones handled it.
They both handled it maturely.
John Jones handled the situation like he really don't look like he want to fight.
I don't think John wants to fight anymore.
You see what I'm saying? That's kind of how he handled the situation.
I think unless John got a can't turn it down payday, like I think John's done fighting. Right. I don't think he wants to fight anymore. I think he likes being a coach to Gable Steveson. He likes mingling with I tell you, being around him at the Dirty Boxing. This dude's great with the fans. I think he likes, having that hero's welcome, getting a chance to promote, and he's doing he can go all over the world and do things like that. I don't think he wants to fight anymore, dude. Remember, this is a guy, John's a fascinating thing because he's not only the best to ever do it in the sport, but he's also lived life with having the sport gone for a very long time out of his life. I don't think he's itching to get back there. I really, really don't. Unless it was like, hey, dude, we're going to offer you $40 million to fight Francis Ngannou or $40 million to fight Alex Bejeda. he's lucky enough that he's one of the guys. I don't think that he has a lot. He lives in New Mexico. I don't think he has a lot of money trouble. I think he's fine. I don't think that John's desperate to fight.
Right.
And in all honesty, Francis needs John Jones more than John Jones probably needs Francis right now, because there's not a lot of fights outside of the UFC, which John technically isn't even a fight out of the UFC because he's under contract with the UFC.
Right.
So I think that's more Netflix is gonna try and get something for Francis, because all they have right now is Despain, who's before this had really 2 embarrassing losses in UFC, had a great run at Karate Combat. I mean, what he did to Junior Dos Santos, my God, he killed the poor man. Just oof.
Yeah. So I just I get it. It like I like the trash talk too, but when you see 2 fighters trash talking, they're gonna fight. They're gonna talk trash all the way till one of them get knocked the bleep out.
It's a tough thing, you wanna, because that's part of the game too. It is the fight game. It is about selling the next fight and all that. But I get you. It can be annoying.
So I would take. We got a transfer
game bum.
Because as I sit here and talk about it, it's not Jake Paul. It's Hawani. Yep.
Ariel.
Yep. There you go.
Take a break. More to come here on the show. Get you caught up with your headlines. We're back after this. Here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Leroy, can we get another weather update, please? Brought to us by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season is coming. Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com. If you could put the peanut M&Ms away for a second.
He had to get that one more peanut in him. Look at him. Look at him.
I was enjoying raspberry.
No, you were. Yeah, well, you were enjoying the yellow M&M.
It's mostly cloudy. Wind's not coming out of the east.
Careful.
About 5-10 miles an hour. Expect some rain. Looks like showers. It has rained this morning. Very rarely. It rained yesterday morning too. So looks like we're getting into the thick of things here with the rain. I see some windshield wipers going off, so it must be a light rain. And I would say it's 85 degrees.
How do you do, Vlad? Pretty good.
Yeah, the man is good.
He's good.
He's good. It's 83 degrees right now in Miami. Wind gusts are 21 miles per hour.
Ooh, I didn't see that.
Gusty.
70% chance of more rain throughout the day. And the humidity is 78%. That's not good. That's getting high.
Remember I was telling you last week about how it was 50, which is rare.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's 78.
Now
look at outside. Look outside.
No, it's going to be a steamy week.
Memorial Day weekend will be soupy. Watch.
Not a good weekend to go to the nut then. And it's also going to be tough. It's going to be crowded to get to the nut, you know?
Oh, it's a big nut weekend?
Oh, dude, Memorial Day weekend is a huge weekend for the nut.
Mostly intangibles?
No, listen, you got tangible nuts, you got intangibles at the nuts. You know, like it really is it's a mixed bag of nuts at the nut.
Hey, yo.
But I'll tell you one thing about the nut. You don't want it raining on the nut because nobody likes a wet nut.
Hey, yo.
Memorial Day weekend. I think you also have to reserve to get the ferry now. Like they've gotten very buttoned up with it. It's almost like the nut has sold out. You know, right. It's not like it used to be. It used to be a very organic nut. And now
you used to be able to just go whenever you want. Now It's almost like you got to make plans.
Exactly, dude. You could just pick up. You know, sometimes when there's too many people around the nut, you just got to get away.
Hey, yo.
Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. Game 7 tonight, Sabres and Canadiens. 7:30 is your puck drop tonight, as Buffalo will look to move on to the Stanley Cup final, as will Montreal. We could have they're both going to the Eastern Conference final. Excuse me. This would be to advance to face Carolina, you know what?
When
it's my fault. I think they last played last Saturday.
Oh, okay.
I've completely forgot that they were in the Eastern Conference final because it's been so long since the Carolina Hurricanes had played.
The Knicks haven't played in so long. I thought they were eliminated.
It's got to be. What do you do with yourself?
It's been tough because it's like, guys, nothing to stress, nothing to worry. Just felt like a vacation. Shouldn't feel like that.
You finished ahead of Cleveland, right? So you got home.
Yeah, we got home court. Yeah, we got home court again.
Nothing that happens in game 1 matters. You guys haven't. It's too weird when you have a team plays a 7-game series and then a team that hasn't played in a week. Like that's weird. Like it's the same thing that happened with the Spurs and the Wolves,
right?
Where the Wolves stole game 1.
My question is
that's a consequential-less game 1 to me.
Is it a rust thing or a tired thing? Right? Because,
I don't know.
You know, some teams who just played game 7 have a letdown.
Mm-hmm.
Does that take over, or the fact that you haven't played and you're not in playoff mode?
I just feel like if you come out there, right, like a team just played, and then you're like, you know, you miss a few, Ben Stiller's stressed out, you know, you get squeaky cheeks for a second, and it's just like you get out of your game very easily in a game 1, you know. So I don't take much of what happens in game 1's going to deflate. Now, if they lose game 1, then you got to win game 2. But you know, the game 1, that's a weird setup. And the same thing for hockey.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the fact. I mean, they played 2 7-game series, and then out the gate, not even 48 hours, they're right back at it. And there's no 2 days off in these conference finals.
No, I know. So it's very active. Yeah. Though there's not really, the one good thing is there's not anybody in either one of these series that like you feel like that's going to affect too much. I mean, Fat Bum's a little bit old.
Fat Bum's a lot old.
He's a little bit old, but the thing is, with no days, you almost want James Harden to have days off because then he can get into shenanigans.
No
Yeah,
days off, only basketball.
Right?
He knows New York strip clubs.
I'm sure he does. But I'm just saying, like, imagine if he had an extra day off, Vlad. Then he gets lost. It's like, where's James? I don't know. We lost him. So, anyway, that gets going tomorrow. Tonight you have the Oklahoma City Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs starting off. That is on, what is that? That's on NBC. NBC?
Yes. No more streams.
I'm a little bummed no Prime. I like Prime. I like the Prime
Did you like
studio.
yesterday? Oh, it's okay.
I like the studio show. That's my favorite crew.
Well, that's because UD's on there.
UD's really great, though. UD's great. He really, he's and he gets Dirk going, too. Like, because you got Dirk and you got Steve
They
Nash.
know each other.
They're so polite, and then UD would be like, shaking hands, and Dirk's like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't like it either, UD. He goes, that's right, you didn't like it. And then they called out, they got mad at Shams. Did you see because Shams leaked the MVP, and Blake Griffin says, what are you doing, Shams? Like, go to brunch, nerd.
No, well, first of all,
that's his job, though.
That
is
is
his
exactly
job. It is
Leroy.
his job.
Thank you, Leroy.
So I'm not. Listen, his job. He would be terrible at his job if he reported it with everybody else. What separates them
if somebody
is he
else
get the
broke
information first.
No, what if somebody breaks the story before him? Then ESPN, his boss at ESPN, is going to
Right,
be
but
looking
that's
at
what
him.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
what happened was NBC Prime, like they promoted that. We're gonna announce we're gonna unveil the winner of the 2025-26 MVP award. So that was gonna be their big announcement, but reporters are gonna get to know who the champion, who the winner is, and they're gonna announce it. Like, who's gonna want to wait till 7 p.m. for an award, for announcement of an award?
Yeah, and also, like, you're gonna get I feel like if that's the thing they're upset about, I understand, but you could also just say, hey, we have SGA, he's gonna join the show. We have the MVP. Like, is that gonna tune any fewer people away?
And also, guess what? You kind of figured whoever the winner would be is probably one of the 4 teams remaining.
Right.
Because they usually wait for the next day to award the winner in front of his home crowd.
You would have it would have been weird if it was
like
Jokic
again. Yeah.
Jokic, they would have had to try and find him from the racetrack.
In Serbia.
Yeah. That would have been tough. Like, where's Jokic? He's with Horse. You know where he is.
You know where he is.
You know where he is, too.
You know where he is.
Meanwhile, the Dolphins are starting OTAs over in Miami Gardens. We got that. The Pinks, talked a little bit about that last hour with them blanking Portland and fans versus Messi. It's let's get it all together, everybody. All right, let's kumbaya, meet at Flanagan's. We'll have a good time. No more nonsense.
I mean, it's a weird thing. Because if I would have told you beforehand that this was the way Messi was going to be, would anybody ever said at that point, well, I don't want Messi?
No.
No, but it's a nice thing. Like, I remember LeBron, when LeBron scored 61, right, against the Bobcats.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, doing this in front of the greatest fans in the world. And he left us 4 months later. But you want to know something? It was a nice lie.
Again, but sports here is a little bit different. There's different demands.
There is different demands.
Right.
But I'm asking, what's the harm? I get it. The people, are they a little, are they in their feelings? They are in their feelings. Fans get in their feelings. This is welcome to sports, everybody.
I know.
That comes with the territory. It does. If it was, Messi didn't show up to an autograph signing or something like that, it's like, all right, but this is we're literally talking waving. I think everybody's in their feelings a little too much. Messi probably is. They probably are.
I mean, when they singing chants,
yeah,
okay. But here's where it's gonna always got it. Hey, I'm Messi.
It's a good trump card.
Right.
It's a good trump card.
But
you are Messi.
Like, when you ask the media, when you ask the Pinks, right? This is Messi. Like he does things differently and we accept it so we could have Messi.
Yeah, for sure. I got some tickets to give away coming up. This is to Haley Williams. She's the lead singer of Paramore. Haley Williams, highly recommended by Jennifer, who's not here today, but she loves Haley Williams, and she is bringing her the Haley Williams Show tour to the I Think Financial Amphitheater in September. And we will give those tickets away later on this hour if you guys want to go see Haley Williams.
Have you seen this?
What?
Every read for Haley Williams
every
day this week has J Fig highly recommended by J Fig.
Right. I think she does highly recommend her. I think she likes Paramore.
So we're doing this under the recommendation of Jennifer Figueroa.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. She co-signed this.
I don't know if she ever co-signs the liners, but in this one she did.
I'm just saying her name's on it. Like they pretty much are saying she co-signed this.
I'm gonna have to ask her about that. Either way, we'll give away those tickets later on this hour for your chance to win. Be listening. And this is a Live Nation show. We'll take a break. Back up to this.
Vlad, did you see the Michael movie?
Not yet.
Me neither.
Me neither.
Everybody says it's really good. I know what I'm going to see this weekend, though.
Mortal Kombat. Oh, no, he's
Grogu.
gonna Star Wars.
Mandalorian and Grogu.
I got to go. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do it, though, because everybody's going to be off. It's like a long weekend. So I need to go early. Like I might go grab
Post
lunch.
show. Do a little matinee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
listen, the Marlins are doing it tomorrow. Why not you?
Is that? I thought matinee was like noonish.
I mean, I thought so too, but for some reason,
I feel like we've done this before. I think anything before 5 is considered a matinee.
Yeah, we've done this before.
I feel like this is a retread bit, but look, do you, man? Whatever makes you happy. Whatever makes you happy.
I gotcha.
You know? Speaking of making us all happy, the Dolphins starting OTAs, but there was Darren Waller was on the All the Smoke podcast.
He's still doing it.
Still doing it.
All 3 catches. He had 4 catches and a touchdown.
I don't know.
Wait. You know,
kind of good last year.
We're not gonna do that to Darren Waller. We're not gonna do that.
Very good last year.
His first game back was against the Jets. He scored 2 touchdowns that game.
Yeah, I think he did. He scored 6 touchdowns. Did anybody have, like, other than H.N.? He must have been. He was probably second on the team last year.
He might have been second on the team in total touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, he's
man, am I missing something?
Are you missing what?
Like, wasn't he like he played 2 games, then was hurt again?
He played 9 games.
He played 9 games,
but he was a really good red zone target.
Okay.
He scored 6 touchdowns, which was the most touch. That was more touchdowns than he had combined through the last 3 teams that he played for. So he was just Tua's like, tall, throw it to him.
Yeah.
So Darren Waller, now he's told a version of this story before. So some of this will sound like retread information, but he had a pretty big revelation in this story about Mike McDaniel's plan going forward. So to set the scene, he's talking about being in the meeting room when Mike McDaniel is about to get fired, that he was learning that, he's in his exit meeting with Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel wants him back. And then Stephen Ross bursts in. But listen to what he revealed in here, what Mike McDaniel's plan was going into this year if he were to stay on as Dolphins head coach.
So to give context, you have like exit meetings when the season's over.
Right.
And so they were like, all right, you got to hit up Mike's assistant for a 30-minute window. And a lot of dudes booked up the early windows in the week. So I did like Thursday. I was like, I'll come in like 9:30, just randomly pick the time. And came in at 9:30, was talking to Mike, and he was like, man, like, I'm excited about next season. We definitely want you back. Like, talking about like how he's going to like give the keys to Quinn Ewers, like brings people in to compete with him, and like all these plans that he had, maybe like some coaching staff changes. And so it hits about 9:40. Stephen Ross opens the door and walks in, like no knock.
That's the owner, right?
That's the owner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he come in, he's talking to us for a bit. He's like, man, it's great to have you. It's such a pleasant surprise. Like, I feel like there's a lot to build on over this next season. And then like the conversation kind of hit a lull after a couple minutes. And he was just kind of standing there, like looking at me like,
all right, you can leave now.
Yeah. So I was like, I looked at Mike and he was like, we can finish this later, for sure. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like I go downstairs, I get a massage from 10 to 11 or 11:30. I wake up, check my phone. Mike McDaniel's been fired by the Miami Dolphins. So it's just like, that fast. Something must have happened.
Right.
I know right around that time was when
something.
The Ravens like go Harbaugh. So I didn't know if he wanted to jump into the Harbaugh sweepstakes or I don't know what, but
I think maybe what happened was Stephen Ross was bugging Mike McDaniel's office, and as soon as he heard the plan was to hand the keys to Quinn Ewers, he's like, I got to stop this. Hold on.
That was the breaking up point.
He's like listening, and he goes, let's see what the McDaniel's talking about over there. He goes,
so at that point, Tua was still on the team.
Yeah, no, he's saying this is after the season. This is before Tua's cut or anything like that. Tua had told everybody, remember Tua had told the media it would be dope if he got a new opportunity. But no, so he's basically telling Darren Waller, hey, listen, this Tua fella, he ain't going to be here next year. I'm handing the keys over to Quinn Ewers with a competition.
Right.
Which, awesome plan. Jeez. And Stephen Ross, 2 things either happened. Either Stephen Ross had Mike McDaniel's office bugged, and he's like, I got to put a stop to the Garfinkel, move out of my way. He goes, where are you going, Mr. Ross? He goes, to stop this. Or
the man has never said anything.
Or when Stephen Ross left, then Mike McDaniel spilled the beans to him on, well, Mike, what's your plan? And he goes, hear me out. Keys over to Quinn Ewers. And he goes, you got to go. I'm sorry. You got to go. That can't be your plan. Your plan cannot be, after you told me to give a gazillion dollars to Tua, your plan can't be, I'm handing the keys over to Quinn Ewers. It just can't be. It can't be. Probably for the best. We all moved on, ladies and gentlemen. Probably for the best. And there's nothing against Quinn Ewers. Fine lad, I'm assuming.
Listen, I don't know why people get upset when a young quarterback isn't ready. There's nothing wrong with that. Where Quinn Ewers was drafted suggests he needs some.
For sure. Well, I don't think he was get the keys ready.
Right, he didn't get the keys ready.
The keys?
But I'm just saying, like, why do we get upset when a young player comes into the league, especially at quarterback, and we say he's not ready yet?
JT,
like I said the same thing about Shador.
JT says, I don't get why this is bothering you so much, Tobin. Halfley and Sully were give Malik Willis the keys, and you don't know if he's good. Listen, that is fair. I don't know if Malik Willis is good. However, here's what I would say would be the big difference there, JT. The difference is this is a year where the Dolphins aren't expected to have anything going for them. Like, you're going into this thing from the ground level. They're going to try and build with Malik Willis. And Malik Willis is at least a guy they have a lot of intel on as their guy. Mike McDaniel, you're not building anything. You're already at the end. And so let's just look at it this perspective. Mike McDaniel has already burned through all of his cap space, okay? He's coming off of a terrible season where his job's going to be in question all year. And then the next year, his plan is, Quinn Ewers, save me.
Right.
Like, it's just not a sustainable plan at that point. So where, yes, there isn't a parallel with unprovenness, even though Malik Willis has more NFL experience than Quinn Ewers. Even if that's the case, you're not looking at this year like, hey, Halfley and Sully, their job is on the line.
Right.
That's not the case this year.
Mm-hmm.
Mike McDaniel basically telling Darren Waller, according to Darren Waller, I'm handing the keys over to Quinn. I'm going to get some competition, but I'm handing the keys over. That's the plan. And Stephen Ross probably heard that. He goes, excuse me?
He came out immediately and said,
whoa. Yeah, it was almost like the music had hit, like he was ready to interrupt a wrestling promo. He goes, your plan was what? Yeah. Crazy, man. Oh man, that was something. He goes, yeah, Mike told me he really broke it down. This was his guy. He had seen enough in those three Quinn Ewers games with the Weasel. Crazy, man.
I honestly, I can't believe you would say that.
I know, right?
First of all, I can't believe you would say that to Waller.
Right. He goes, we love you. You think Waller was like, you're gonna give the keys to who? Right. Goes, what do you think of that, Darren? He goes, I don't know what to. Oh, thank God, Stephen Ross is here. I wonder how long that did linger. He's like, all right, great to have you here. Hey, how about you go get a coffee, Darren? He goes, very good. I'll see you guys later. Like, it had to be just.
I'm more impressed that he was able 2 days after a game or 3 days after the season, just go into another room and get a massage. They got it like that?
I think they do have it like that over there.
Yeah.
That place looks very impressive. I think that is how they do that over there.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, they got a slide.
I mean,
when you have a slide, you have all the bells and whistles.
That slide is associated with losing.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Although there's been a lot of things associated with losing with this franchise. We'll take a break. Mixed bag coming up next. Bam, bam, bam. It is time, Leroy, to dive into the mixed bag.
A lot of stuff going on this weekend.
Yes. Including somebody with a British accent won the PGA Championship for the first time.
Yeah, 100+ years.
This is what he had to say on that honor.
Wasn't actually aware of it until yesterday. I think in this room yesterday it was mentioned, which was the first to my knowledge. But yeah, extremely proud. There's a lot of incredible and historic English players over those 100 years who have gone on to achieve incredible things and had phenomenal careers. But to win this event. And then to be a person that's the first one to have won it in such a long time from England is an amazing thing and something to be extremely proud of.
Aaron Ray, winner. Well, now we got to get revenge. We got to go win the British or Open Championship, whatever the hell they call it.
The Open Championship.
Open Championship. I think. Well, was Shane Lowry the last person? He was from Ireland, but that's close.
It is close, not the same.
Who's the last Englishman to win the British Open? I say it's just as long.
Well, Roy won it?
He's
Northern
Ireland.
Ireland.
No, he's Northern Ireland.
Shane Lowry.
But I think he's Ireland.
He's from the same place as Rory.
I don't think they rep the same country.
Okay, it's still not England.
But if it's Northern Ireland, that's the United Kingdom.
Well, here's the thing.
Here.
No, no.
I can just do it right now.
Hold on.
Last Englishman.
It's Rory McIlroy.
That's what they put?
Yes.
Okay.
Because England is controlled by those three: Wales, Northern Ireland, and
England.
Then
yeah.
But
wait,
Ireland.
Then why doesn't he get credit for winning the PGA?
Who?
Rory.
I don't know.
You see what I'm saying?
But he's not from England.
Credit for being the last Englishman to win one.
I get it. I get it.
The last Englishman to win the Open.
Remember, it's still Great Britain. All three of those countries.
Then why you get credit for? Hold on, we got you right now.
I mean, it just says it, but
Tony Jacklin,
Who the hell's that?
1969.
So
you're both. I told you, it's Ireland.
The last British golfer to win the Open Championship is Rory McIlroy of Northern Ireland.
I did not.
You said the last Britain. You said the last Britain. You said who's the last?
I did not say Britain.
I don't remember what you said.
I said the last Englishman, like they said with the Aaron Rye.
Yeah, but he's not English.
Huh?
It's not English. He's British.
No. He's the first Englishman to win the PGA in 107 years. Not British. Oh, my God. You guys don't listen. I said Englishman, not British.
Did you?
Tony Jacklin is the last.
You said that?
We'll go back.
I'm 100%.
You sure?
Positive. Go listen to it and then apologize to me. I know exactly what I said.
You sure?
I'll play it coming back in the top of the hour.
And then apologize.
Well,
and then I want an apology because I know I didn't say British.
Now, you're talking a lot. Now, if you did say British.
I didn't say British.
But if you
because
did.
I know what the thing is.
Leroy,
if who's the last from the UK? I think that's what you said.
I said Englishman.
I think you did.
Oh, God, you guys are idiots.
I want you to know.
Play it back.
I want you to know.
Play it back and then apologize.
I want you to know. We will.
Yeah.
But if you did say it, all that hooting and hollering you doing.
Hooting and hollering.
Yeah, you need some tea and crumpets tomorrow.
All this hooting and hollering you doing.
Right.
I want that same energy with your apology.
Okay. Same energy. Isn't that who said that? Bear Bonds. Same energy.
I think a lot of people have said that. Anyway, you guys familiar with Anthony Edwards?
Yeah, you man.
Oh, the hand dapper with a quarter left.
Yeah, dude. Well, Udonis Haslem, he had some words about that on Amazon Prime.
Playoffs has a way of revealing what's inside you. And I didn't like what I saw from some of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ant was definitely hobbled. DiVincenzo was out. But some of the things I like, I saw I didn't like. And what I will say is great as Ant is as a basketball player, there's still some growth for him as well. Because as a leader, I would not have walked down there and shook their hand. I would not have walked down there and shook their hand with 8 minutes left in the game. As a leader of my troops and my guys, I would not show that weakness. The game is not over. I got 8 minutes left. I still got smoke coming out of my ears because I'm so damn mad we losing. Let me calm down for those 8 minutes since I'm not in, and then after those 8 minutes, I'll go down there and I'll congratulate them and their coaching staff. But in the middle of the game, when I got guys that have sat the bench and cheered me on, no, I'm going to sit there and cheer those guys on. I'm going to put that energy back into those guys. And then when the game's over, I'll go over there and shake their hands. So that's just the way I handle things. I'm a little bit different. I'm a little bit old school. I understand there's a different generation, but I don't think if they were beating San Antonio, Wemby would have went down there and shook his hand with 8 minutes left. I don't think so. I damn sure know Wemby wouldn't have went down there and shook his hand.
I don't even know if that's old school.
So
That's just school.
Yeah, so for me, I love Ant-Man as a basketball player. I love where he's going to be as a basketball player, but as a leader, the next few steps he needs to make are little small details and things like that, because other people on your team and those guys are always watching you and they're following you whether you know it or not.
Yeah. Sounds like
there's some. It just, as a leader on your team, you have to have a level of fight in you that the other players don't have. And when you do something like that, it's kind of the wrong message, even though, like, we all knew it was over, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I ever shook hands after a game.
Win or lose?
Win or lose. Because here, I felt this way, Vlad. If I'm not going to do it when you win, I'm not going to do it when I win. It's like rubbing it in your face.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just be consistent with it. I holler at my boys. You know, I talk to them. You know, we've gone to dinner sometimes after games that when they were close, right? But I'm not. It was just my thing. Like, I don't want to.
You didn't like to fraternize.
Right.
Sounds to me, this is the way I'm reading it. Sounds like the executive vice president of player development wants to teach Anthony Edwards a thing or two about leadership, which, you know, I imagine is what a vice president would want to teach somebody about leadership.
Sure.
You know,
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You also know that Anthony Edwards might have not liked those comments as well. And those comments he could
D-Wade could smooth it over.
Oh, it's D-Wade.
D-Wade
That's
could smooth it over.
that was what. That's the wink. That was the wink at
Smooth
the
it
end of the
over.
video.
Smooth it over.
Yeah, somebody can talk to Anthony Edwards.
Smooth it over.
Wink.
Somebody could smooth it over.
Yeah.
Jay
Okay.
Williams, he was on Get Up, aka Jet Up, this morning, and he said not shaking hands was because he was pissed at his teammates.
You know why he did it? Because they played together. Because he was livid. He was disgusted with the way his team played in a closeout scenario. So you know what he wanted to do? He wanted to get his ass off that court. So a lot of the old school fellas will say to you, well, hey, that's not the way you should do it, young fella. You competed to the end. But when you're competing by yourself, and when you hear players like Nas Reed or Dante DiVincenzo talk about our team is moodiness, they're moody, they're talking about Julius Randle. It was unacceptable behavior by the Minnesota Timberwolves. I feel horrible for the way they played. Anthony Edwards is one of the most competitive dudes on this planet. The fact that he checked out early lets you know that their team is not like a fierce unit the way the Spurs were.
Interesting.
Okay.
Julius Randle, 2 years left.
Okay.
That coincides. 2 more years of Julius Randle. You know what that gets you? Wanting to get the hell away from Julius Randle.
I mean, Julius Randle and
dude,
Rudy Gobert.
Woo!
They gave up what? How much did they give up for those two players?
Hold on.
What's
We can't say after they eliminated Denver how the Rudy Gobert trade actually has worked out, and then all of a sudden the next round, now we're making fun of it.
Exactly, you can. Absolutely.
I know what you're saying, Vlad.
Now, if the trade
ever since this trade happened,
they've gone to the Western Conference Finals 2 years.
This playoffs is probably because Ant-Man hasn't been himself, right?
He got hurt.
This playoffs would be the first time I ever remember saying Rudy Gobert's name as much as I have. Because
he did a great job against Jokic.
Correct.
And he was
correct.
He was brought in to stop that or to contain that. But nobody realized that, well, he should have realized he's from the same country as that 7'4" alien. So,
well, 2 years of Julius Randle plus 2 years of Rudy Gobert equals no Anthony Edwards there in 2 years.
So you want to wait till 2028?
No, I think it just takes one more year, then he's out. Because they're going to come to it with an extension and be like, hey, Anthony goes, I don't know about that one, dude.
You know why he's going straight to Ant-Man right now, right?
Why is that?
Because the other animal nicknamed player that you like, Spider, looks like he's going to sign that contract extension quickly.
I mean, good for him. You don't want to be saddled next to James Harden your entire career. Good for Donovan
What if
Mitchell.
if they get to the finals? Then what? What are you going to say then?
You got to win the championship.
Oh,
what is this? What is this? A runner-up prize?
Hey, well, first it was he never got out of the second round.
I mean, if we're going to count finals, D Wade has lost. D Wade's lost the finals. What? 3
James Harden
times?
will be Alex Rodriguez of that time.
Yeah.
If he gets the NBA final, which I hope he's not.
Yeah,
but he would be the Alex Rodriguez because
if they win the championship, you know what you would say? One championship.
All James Harden would do if he got to the championship and lost would be tying Dwayne Wade in lost championships.
But however,
once or twice. Yeah.
However, I understand why Tobin's feeling that way because there are going to be people like Patrick Beverley that if James Harden does win a title this year, it's going to make their claim that
then
he's
that's
a better
crazy
player than Dwayne Wade. I'm just saying.
Then that's crazy. Like I'm a James Harden fan.
Why?
But
triple.
But I'm not. He ain't better.
Did you see what he did in Game 6?
Like you could still be a fan of a player. He don't have to be the best.
No. But I want to know why you're a fan of his. I'd love to know just because he's a because he can put a ball in a hoop, but does it in the most unentertaining way possible. I want to know why you're a fan of his. Because did you see what he did in Game 6, where he flopped like a fish,
getting hit on the arm,
left a puddle behind, and caused Dean Wade to slip, which led to a fast break dunk. I want to know why you're a fan of that. I want you to tell me why.
So you don't think James Harden is a good NBA player?
I didn't ask that, dude. Listen, I think Yanni is a very good cello player, but I'm not a fan of cello. I want to know.
Yanni doesn't play the cello.
What does he play?
He's like a conductor.
Am I thinking of Yo-Yo Ma?
Wait,
yeah.
Time out. -1. What are we doing here? Out of all the comparisons and you could have done, you went to Yanni?
I was just thinking of music that nobody listens to, but he's a good one. You listen to Yanni?
Yeah.
Get out of here, dude.
Yanni live at the Acropolis.
You just made up words.
No, I did not.
What did you just say?
Yanni live at the Acropolis was the
word for
first.
Me, dog.
I even got I saw it on PBS one time, and then I went and got the album because of the black violinist. I'm telling you, dude.
He's a tangible violinist?
Yeah, and she's really good. Her name is
He's not that big a fan.
I'll find it. No. I'll get it for you.
Right.
Yanni plays a lot of instruments, man.
I know. He's more known as a
keyboard, electronic keyboard.
Here, I'll tell
and
you.
the piano.
Yeah.
But he plays the duduk, the violin, the cello. He does play the cello.
All right, forget it. The point is,
you're right.
The point is, just because somebody's great at something doesn't mean that you have to like the music.
Right.
All right. So, yeah, James Harden, by just the definition, is a good basketball player, but he's not entertaining. He's not fun to watch. He does trickery and theatrics. So, why you're a fan of his, I don't really understand. He left a puddle and nearly injured his teammate from cheating.
By the way,
Karen Briggs.
Yes.
Go look up Karen
Briggs.
Chance. She's awesome.
Dennis Schroeder.
Yep.
2-time award winner. Best foreign actor.
Yep.
The many times he tried to flop to get a flagrant foul.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Why? He looks like arms and legs. His torso is the same as my size of my iPhone.
Can you see him?
You stay out of this conversation. Just do yourself a favor.
Seems perfectly normal to me. Great basketball
That's why I asked you that question. That's why I asked you that question.
Tangible conversation.
Yeah.
If he doesn't smile,
Let
we
me
can't
tell
see
you
him.
something. Let me tell you something. Like,
yeah,
dude is dark as night.
Dude, I'm dark.
When
He's
we say
darker
the
than
Black
me.
Knight, we ain't talking about Batman.
Seems like a great player. So good when he's in Germany.
Dark Knight.
See what he did in the Super Cup?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
We'll take a break.
They say Yanni. Yanni's full name is Giannis.
Is it really?
Oh, no.
That'd be
James
There are some thoughts on Giannis out there on his possible market from the NBA players. We'll tell you about that. Get you caught up with your headlines. But before that, speaking of music, J-Fig recommends Haley Williams. She is coming to, I Think, Financial Amphitheater with her Haley Williams show. She was the lead singer of Paramore. I don't know if she is or not anymore, but she was.
Really? Paramore?
Yeah, Paramore.
Okay.
She's the lead singer of that. So highly recommended by Jennifer. If you guys want to win tickets right now, caller number 3 to 305-567-0560. Caller 3 to 305-567-0560. We'll see Haley Williams and the Haley Williams Show tour at the I Think Financial Amphitheater in September. It's a Live Nation show, but if you guys want to go, caller 3 right now to 305-567-0560. What?
Tobin is a fan of Jello.
Don't like Jello that much, but I'll take it on the chin. Speaking of food, I also got to say, Mrs. Tobin, a crime against me this morning.
What?
This morning?
This morning. I'm very upset about it.
Did she do something to you to like you did to Sophie?
Worse.
Worse?
Worse.
Oh, we got to get into this.
Back after this.
So win the British Open? I say it's just as long.
Well, Rory won it?
He's
Northern
Ireland.
Ireland.
No, he's Northern Ireland.
Shane Lowry.
But I think he's Ireland.
He's from the same place as Rory.
I don't think they rep the same country.
Okay, it's still not England.
But if it's Northern Ireland, that's the United Kingdom.
Well, here's the thing.
Here.
No, no.
I can just do it right now.
Hold on.
Last Englishman.
It's Rory McIlroy.
That's what they put?
Yes.
Okay.
Because England is controlled by those three: Wales, Northern Ireland, and
England.
Then
yeah.
But
wait,
Ireland.
Then why doesn't he get credit for winning the PGA?
Who?
Rory.
I don't know.
You see what I'm saying?
But he's not from England.
Credit for being the last Englishman to win one.
I get it.
The last Englishman to win the Open.
Remember, it's still Great Britain.
I think we tied.
No.
The comment.
No. We apologize. I apologize. I apologize.
I never said. I said
you never
Englishman.
said. You said Englishman.
Englishman.
However,
no, I did. That wasn't you.
Englishman.
But it wasn't the guy that he thought it was.
It wasn't Tony Jacklin.
No.
But I would say this. I think Nick Faldo.
Nick Faldo is the last one that they said won the Open Championship at Muirfield in 1992. But he's a sir. So I don't know if Nick Faldo.
No, here's what I'm trying to figure it out right now.
So
hold on.
Does that mean you're
no? He was
Englishman?
born. He was born in England.
Okay, so then you know.
So it was Nick Faldo,
Just
which
like I
is
said.
weird because like when you pull it up, it says Tony Jacklin. Tony Jacklin is
We
part
can't
of.
trust your research then.
Huh?
What?
Can't trust the research. I know he's from Welwyn Garden City.
Interesting. Want to let you guys, let's give you another weather update here brought to us by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, replacing roof repairs, maintenance, and hurricane impact windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com. Currently cloudy, 85 degrees, wind gusts up to 20 miles per hour down here. Doesn't look like there's going to be any rain forecast, at least where we're at for the rest of the day. You never know around South Florida. So everybody, be safe. Don't drive like a maniac. And hold on to your hats with those wind gusts, dude. Cigar lovers, we got your chance to win tickets to a sold-out event, sold-out VIP tickets to Drew Estates, Florida Barn Smoker this November. And throughout the day, you'll enjoy premium and VIP cigars, curated food and beverage experiences, food trucks, drinks, and more. To be eligible to win, you got to enter at WQAM.com/contest. Must be 21 plus to enter and attend. Valid ID required at the event registration. So go to QAM and you can win that contest. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. The Marlins, they are back in action tonight after losing 2 out of 3 to the Tampa Bay Rays. They're good. But the Marlins only get an extra inning win. Did come from behind to get that one. And then poured it on. Scored a ton of runs in extras. Weird game. But that will get going starting tonight against the Atlanta Braves. The Marlins will open up a 7-game homestand, 4 against the Braves and 3 against the New York Mets. Marlins have sent out some home stand notes for those who are interested. On Monday, tonight, $1 kids tickets and Bark at the Park.
I got to tell you.
Words? $1
This
kids
Google
tickets?
sucks.
What's that, dude?
Look at this. Look at the answer it just gave me again. I pulled it up again.
What the hell website are you on right now?
I just did go. I just did search.
No, not the internet,
Dude,
Leroy.
he's on Bing.
Why are you on Bing?
I don't know why.
Bing.
Look, I just
Bing?
clicked.
I didn't even know Bing was still around.
I just pulled it up.
Leroy.
Is that my?
You went to Bing.com?
No, I just tapped.
No
Look,
wonder we
look
got
what
the
I
wrong
did.
answers, dude.
Look.
-1.
look what am I on Bing? No, I'm not. I'm Googling it up, buddy.
Okay. Well, you were on Bing.com when I was just there.
Man.
So anyway, Marlins got $1 tickets tomorrow. The game is at 4:10. You right, Vlad? 2 for $25. Standing room tickets for $25, and 2 12-ounce canned beers at the bullpen bar. That sounds like our kind of deal, dude.
When is that tomorrow?
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
Oh, that's the 4:30.
Yeah, dude. Woo-wee. Crazy. And then what else they got? They got on Wednesday Mental Health Awareness Night. Features a special ticket package that includes a Marlins branded mental health awareness hat and pregame panel located at the Blue Moon Brew Hall. They got a Blue Moon Brew Hall there?
I screwed up.
Oh, really?
The last Englishman to win on home soil was Tony Jacklin, and the most recent English winner overall was Sir Nick Faldo. I read it wrong.
-1.
Yes, disappointed in you.
I know.
Friday, you have, I don't think I'm saying this right, Naruto night?
Naruto?
Naruto?
Is that a Japanese restaurant?
No, that's a
No, he's like
Japan
anime. It's anime.
Okay.
So you get a
respect that.
Naruto-themed Marlins jersey with a ticket
What's it
package.
look like?
I don't know.
Rebecca might like that.
Let's see.
Naruto. You ain't spelling that right. Oh. Oh, you.
It's orange, and it's got Naruto on the back.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Want to put in the word for it?
Yeah.
Hey, Marlins! Send Leroy a Naruto jersey, please. And also, let's win these series, huh? I really hate the Braves and Marlins. I mean, I hate the Braves and Mets. I have hated you a little bit lately, though. Especially blowing that game. But listen, the Rays are good. I'm not going to be, beggars can't be choosers with that one. But we got to get a Yuri Perez back on the fold, huh? What the hell's going on with him? 100-mile-an-hour meatballs. Crazy. Then, so that's Friday. Got Dollar Dogs on Friday. Saturday is Cuban Heritage Night. That's the Sugar Kings jersey you keep seeing on TV.
Yeah.
And they're doing, this is kind of cool, Levon Hernandez Legend Pin Series. Now, is he going to the Hall of Fame? Is this the day he's going to the Hall of Fame on Saturday? Because he's supposed to enter the Marlins Legends Hall of Fame this year. It's supposed to be him and Dontrell. I don't know if that's this weekend, though. Not positive. Thank you for helping me out there, Leroy.
What?
I'm looking out to see what day is that going to happen.
No, because he's like now deep into Google. He's not even paying attention to what I'm saying. Vlad.
So wait, they said when did they announce this? In February. They said the 2026 class includes winning pitchers Josh Beckett and Dontrell Willis.
Did Levon go in? Oh, so Levon's not in this
No,
year.
Levon's not in this year.
When's Beckett going in? That's kind of crazy. Levon should go in with this crew this year. It's a little crazy. Why is he not going in? He's a World Series MVP. They should have done, honestly, they should have done both World Series MVPs. They could have delayed Dontrell a year.
So Willis, a two-time All-Star in 2003 NL Rookie of the Year, World Series champion with the Marlins. It's September 13th. That's when they're going to recognize him, on Sunday, September 13th.
All right.
And Beckett will be the week before September 6th. When,
they're doing both in September.
Yes. So Beckett,
not the same day.
Not the same day. He'll be honored when the team takes on the Chicago Cubs on Sunday, September 6th.
Dude, that game. I was at that game. Josh Beckett, first complete game of his career, Game 5 NLCS.
Oh, I love that. You know what? I remember that game.
Yeah.
That was a Sunday night.
I don't remember. Was it a Sunday night?
Yeah, because
it was a night. I do remember being
Sunday
a
night because I remember I was doing the Canes game at the time. I was the producer of the Canes game.
Mm-hmm.
Canes just beat the crap out of Florida State and Chris Ricks. And I had to take a flight with the team back to Miami and then drive from Miami all the way to Hard Rock Stadium for Game 4 of the NLCS against the Cubs. And then the following night, that's when Beckett threw a masterpiece.
Dude, it was so good. And there were so many Cubs fans there. So many Cubs fans at the Marlins game. And my grandfather and I had season tickets. And so we were sitting there and they were like, oh, you know, they all were like, very nice people, the Cubs fans. I will say that. They're not jerks.
Midwestern fans are pretty nice.
Yeah, very nice people. So like when the Marlins, but they all thought they were winning. They're like, oh, we're winning this series.
They were 3-1.
They were 3-1. Yeah, they're like, oh, we're winning. No worries, dude. We got this. And so Josh Beckett gets the win. Like, oh, that's cute. I'm glad. We had seen the same people for 3 games, and we watched our heads get bashed in for the first 2. And like, oh, that's nice. I'm glad you guys got a win. Little did those suckers know what was about to happen.
I mean, nobody knew Barton was going to happen.
One of the most, I mean,
you know what's
games
amazing?
of all time for a fan base.
You know what's amazing? We talk about Bartman, but we don't talk about the ball going through the wickets of the
Alex
shortstop.
Gonzalez, yeah,
Right.
They're Alex Gonzalez. Our Alex
Right.
Gonzalez, shorthanded as they come.
Like I would have more of a problem with that because just because, who was it? Who's the left fielder?
It was Moises Alou.
Moises Alou. Just because Moises Alou ran
Lost
over
his
there
mind.
doesn't mean he was gonna catch it.
They never found him though, right? Like nobody's ever found Steve Barr. He hasn't come out. Like they've offered things for him because
They offered when they won the championship. They offered to have him come
yeah,
back.
they did like they did for Bill Buckner, and
He's like, no.
right? He's just not sought the spotlight at all.
We don't know what that did to that man. You don't know how that scarred that man's life.
Must be
Of course
crazy.
it scarred him.
So yeah, it was. I mean, he's a fan. He didn't know. Just a baseball coming on.
And he had like the thing is he had like the headphones.
You
on.
could tell he's a fan. Like he's a diehard Cubs fan. What opportunity you think you're gonna get a baseball being hit right to you?
Right.
Just so happened that it was.
You think he's ever tried to sneak into a game?
Hell no. Don't remember him.
It's been like 20 years now.
They don't matter, people. People got elephant memories.
You think so? No, for real. You honestly think that if he went into a Cubs game right now, that they would go, "Oh, hey, that's Bart."
Would you know? But like, would you know if he didn't have the turtleneck, the glasses, and the headphones?
Right, exactly.
How would you know?
They'll know.
Exactly.
You would know. You'd be like, "That's him. That's the guy."
I used to think that was the craziest thing, that people always brought headphones and earbuds to baseball games.
Some people don't. They
People
like
listen
like
the
to
game.
hear. They
Yeah.
like to hear the
Baseball,
game.
they like listening to the game.
Right.
Because we would have to. I remember that when I was producing Marlins games, you'd have to turn the delay off because
Right.
people like to listen to the games live.
Good old days.
The good old days, right? Yeah, because everybody now is listening on the app, and that's going to be somewhat delayed.
Right.
But with back in the day, if you wanted to listen live, we took the delay off, and
We had to,
if somebody told the umpire to go bleep himself, we had to apologize.
we had to count like 20, 30 seconds. And
Yeah.
Oh, you really took?
Yeah,
so
we had
for
to hit the-
radio. You took the.
Yeah,
because it's
Oh.
live. You had
It's
to hit
live.
live. Yeah, so you had to take the 20-second delay. You had to count like 1, 2, 3, and then when you get to 20, you hit the button. Boop. And
So
delay's
it
done.
wasn't even like go to live.
Mhm.
You had
No, you had to count.
Count.
Like you had to count.
They got Beer Fest on Saturday against the Mets, and then Sunday they're giving away a color-changing cup.
Oh, I heard about this.
That goes to the first 5,000 fans in the building on Sunday against the Mets.
That could be all Mets fans.
And then they are doing Perrero Pilates.
Huh?
I think I got that wrong. Perreo Pilates.
Sounds like you got Pilates right.
Where we at?
Right here. Yeah.
Who's that?
I don't know. I'm about to read.
Pilates look like everybody gonna bring their mat to the baseball
Ticket
game.
package includes access to a 50-minute Perreo Pilates class.
Yes, that's
the
what
field?
it is.
On the
I was
field?
like, wait, what did I just say to you? Looks like everybody gonna bring their mat.
And
Pilates mat.
you get an official set of Miami Marlins Pilates grip socks. And the Pilates class begins at 10:30 a.m. So the game's at 1:40. You got to get there early for the Pilates. But then you get
Hold
socks
on.
with this ticket package.
Oh, so when you do downward dog, you don't slip?
Oh. Well, that's yoga. I think Pilates, they got like the things out, don't they? Like they got those.
It's downward dog.
That's yoga.
Pilates is still on.
Pilates, like you're on the sliding thing, right?
No, you can do Pilates not on the sliding thing, but they have the.
You can?
Yeah,
Oh, what do you do? Like rubber bands?
like it's all like yeah.
I thought Pilates was conducive with
the
with
machine.
the machine.
Yeah, where you
You
yeah.
slide around and
no,
you're
no.
going, wee.
So were they gonna roll 2,000 of those on into the?
I don't know.
So there has to be another way. Is it rubber bands? I think it's rubber bands.
I don't know.
You're the
Anyway.
worst. You're like-
How am I
you're
the worst? Anyway, that's your Marlins homestand coming
you're
up.
the worst.
That's what they got.
Worst.
Enjoy that, everybody. A bit strong from you.
Pilates makes Leroy wear socks no matter what. I wear socks.
Can't pronounce Perreo, but clearly has no problem saying burrito. You're a bastard, Schmidt, then.
Point for
You still haven't apologized for me.
I did apologize.
No, you didn't.
I swear to God.
No, you didn't.
Check the tape.
You didn't apologize.
I apologize.
I know I
We were
apologize.
kind of right.
Yeah, you did say that. You did say that.
We both got see what I'm saying?
I'm not going to apologize. You didn't even Google right.
I
You didn't even have the answer.
I knew the difference between I said Englishman.
Whatever, dude. Kind of. You kind of did.
No, I never said British. I said Englishman the whole time.
I said Englishman.
No,
Yes.
you said they're all samesies.
I didn't say that.
Oh,
I would never say that.
Are we back to this thing? Okay, let's move.
Take a break. We're back after this. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Gotta tell you, I'm loving seeing the Finns in the World Championship. Just Anton Lundell scored. Finland put it on America today. Beat him 6-2. Apparently, Matthew Tkachuk hasn't joined Team USA yet. I was like, well, wasn't he on that team? But I guess he hasn't joined yet. I don't, maybe these are like warm-up games or something like that. I don't really know the breakdown of the World Championships of when they start. But
is this televised?
Well, the broadcasters I just were watching, Vlad, they were speaking Finnish, so probably I'd have to give over my credit card again, and I don't think I'm going to do that. As much as I love Barky and Lundy.
Dude, how many foreign streams do you have?
All of them?
Too many.
All of them?
Too many. Saw Jovic today, yeah?
Where?
He's back in Serbia.
Doing what?
He was training with his trainer. Also a Nico something.
Nico's a popular name. And
very popular.
Nicholas is a popular name.
Yeah, very popular. He said, what was this guy? What the hell is this guy's name? Karaklic. Nico Karaklic. That's how you say it. That's how you say it. And he was saying on this post, he was talking about Nico just getting his joy back.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Joy back.
Dude.
I don't want to hear
when
that.
When they start mentioning expressions.
Well, he said it in Serbian. I was on Translate. I'm kind of loosely translating it.
But I love how you save your son from any negativity.
I'm not saving him.
I want him to bounce back. Said he's got his joy back.
He said, this is Translate. All right, this is what it says. Says, these are photos of our national team member and NBA player, Nikola Jovic. These are photos of a boy living his dream, a guy who honestly enjoys what he does, who almost is always smiling, positive, and brings a special atmosphere with his energy wherever he appears. We'd be dishonest to say the energy in the gym doesn't change with the minute Nikola walks in. It's like everything becomes livelier, lighter, and more motivated. His presence lifts the atmosphere. His smile and enthusiasm are transferred to everyone around him. We believe that this genuine love for basketball and the positive energy and the joy he carries with him is one of the reasons why he's already achieved so much despite his young age. He's going to bounce back. He's going to bounce back. He's going to bounce back. You see. You'll see.
You're the only one wanting to send him to the Yotes.
I didn't want to send him to the Yotes. What are you talking about? You're making things up now. Me? After all the criticisms and the daggers I've taken from the fan base? From Jovic?
Yeah.
He's going to bounce back. He's going to get it together.
Right.
I mean, hopefully him and Spo. Spo was pretty rough on him to end the season. But Pat Riley, strange.
That's weird.
It was weird.
Very rarely.
Very interesting.
Or Spo and Pat not on the same page with something.
Very interesting. Some may say.
And I'm going to just say this. I've never heard Pat Riley say, we should have probably played our young players more.
He did say that.
And nobody ran to Eric Spoelstra and asked him about it.
Well, I think
he has not been asked about it yet.
He has not been asked about it yet. He has not been around. I don't know where he's at. He's busy.
Somebody give him a call. Don't we need to hear about that? If you want to talk about questions must be asked, Vlad, Tobin, don't you think that's a question that needs to be asked?
Facts.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
When the time comes.
Let's see when that question get asked.
Let's
see if that question get asked. Let's just keep a mental note.
Okay.
Right? As a player, I got so sick and tired, even though my relationship with the media is good. It has always been good. I get sick and tired of people saying that question had to be asked. I am giving you a situation where a question should be asked because I can't remember in the tenure of Eric Spoelstra that these two guys have had different comments about the same topic. Let's see when it gets asked. Let's see. Do I?
He's right.
Okay. Just saying. Everybody talking about what questions need to be asked and shouldn't be asked. Here's one right in front of you. Let's see if it had to be asked. Okay.
I think it does have to be asked.
Okay.
I think it will be asked.
Let's see. It will be. Okay. Will be. Everybody seems to have Okay.
Jovic wearing the D Wade and Shaq shirt in the workouts. He's getting his joy back, dude. I'm telling you.
You know what gets your joy back?
Buckets.
Buckets. Thank you.
Buckets get my joy back.
Buckets get those. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Carlos says, Spo, this would be his answer.
I'm not really emotionally ready to answer that right now.
Oh, then you'll ask the question 17 different ways, like you would an athlete. Is that not accurate?
I'm not really emotionally ready to answer that right now.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to send a memo to all athletes. You don't want to answer a question?
Schmeathan says, I thought I saw Jovic on IG earlier. Look closer, it ended up being an ad for waste management.
Jeez.
The brand is in the gutter. The brand is in the gutter, but we're gonna bounce back. We're gonna bounce back.
Vlad, you gonna be lemon booty for the whole Eastern Conference Finals?
Lemon booty? What the hell is a lemon booty? Pause.
Squeaky cheeks.
Why would I need to be squeaky cheeks? I've had the 9 days off. My cheeks are relaxed.
The cheeks need some squeaking.
It might, man. No. Why? Cleveland?
Got James Harden. You'll be good, dude.
Hey, don't let that man ball out.
He won't.
So last year y'all lost to Indiana
in
7.
6.
Yeah, with that fluke shot in game 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was crazy.
And that now you got
Cleveland.
The thing is, though, I always wonder about this, Vlad. What is the feelings of a team that hasn't been where they are for a long time versus a team that just made the assumption they would get back? And how do you go? You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got to understand this, though, guys. Both teams were favored to meet in the Eastern Conference Finals
last year.
No, this year.
This year? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So eventually,
Cleveland had a disappointing regular season by what people thought. They won 60 games the year beforehand.
Right.
They won they were the number 1 seed and got knocked out by Indy.
So, right. Well, also everybody got knocked out by Indy.
It's only because they dragged the Heat by a record amount in the first round, and then they got completely embarrassed the rest of the way. You know?
But I'm just I ask because when you go back versus going back against a hungry team, I had it when it happened to me. We went to the NFC Championship game. We were like, oh, we'll be back. We didn't have a 15-1 season, but we had a pretty good season the next year, right? Ran up through our first playoff game, and then we got to the Rams, and we were up like 27-20 at halftime, and we ended up losing 49-27.
Yeesh.
Like, and it was the greatest show on turf. They ended up winning the Super Bowl. And I'm just wondering, like, you get back to a certain place, but all of the pieces aren't the same. So you're not playing in Indiana. You playing now a Cleveland Cavaliers team who is their first time.
They're not really like new foes. You know, like I think that would be more appropriate if it was like on the other side of the bracket with Wembanyama, new to the party.
Right. Yeah.
You know, these guys, they've been kind of the post, Boston Heat dominance in the Eastern Conference matchups. Like these have kind of been the teams.
Right.
And Indiana snuck in there last year, and now they're out. They've given up their first round pick for Zubats.
All right. So I'm just, that's what I'm curious as, like, or does, do the Cavs who gotten to a place they haven't gotten to since LeBron, do they look at this as accomplishment and then they get...
Well, Donovan Mitchell kind of gave voice to that. He was saying there's a lot of pressure off now because we've gotten to this point. I mean, it's the first time he's ever gotten to the He's never gotten to this point. So this is a big milestone for his career.
Or do they just relax and play? Say, how's the money?
Well, remember, this team has only been together for 2-3 months since Harden was traded at the trade.
Yeah, but they're not a young team.
They're not young. But is it house money for the Cavs?
No.
They have to
not house money at all.
They have to get to the final.
It's not house money at all.
Okay. I know, I got you. I'm just
the only team that has house money right now is the Spurs. Everybody else.
Nobody thought the Spurs, like, they've been dominant.
They're too young, but they're too young.
Yeah,
you can't.
So they're in basically the Detroit Pistons of the West.
Yeah,
except they got the most dominant player in.
But
and not for nothing. When as soon as LeBron hit the league, they start winning. Not right away, but pretty soon after.
Took him 3 years. Took him 3 years.
Okay, that's still like
D-Wade won a championship.
D-Wade was in the playoffs immediately and won the series.
Yep.
Right.
But talk about what James Harden does as a 40-year-old.
Nobody talking about James Harden
I'm just saying.
right now.
I know you did.
Like,
I'm just talking about
what are we
everybody
doing?
else.
Where did
Everybody
the
else.
what?
That was a
Is it a fan thing that like two players can't be just great on their own merits? We have to compare.
Yeah.
Well, nobody should compare them. They're not.
No,
the same
they're
zip
different
code.
players.
No, they're not different players. One's better than the other.
No,
one's
see,
a better player.
but they're different. They're different players.
No. You're almost there. One's better. One guy can dribble the ball and flop better.
No,
but all around.
But
as an all around player,
that's what I mean. So doesn't that make them different?
Player.
One's mostly a scorer, and one's an all around player.
You're doing a polite version of better. Better.
Is
different.
You're comparing two different things. They're two different players.
No. They are literally different people. Like snowflakes are different, but D-Wade's better. Just in everything. He's better player.
Which brings me to my original point. Regardless of what you think about D-Wade, right? And regardless of what I think about D-Wade, it's hard to compare two players that are totally different.
It's not hard to compare. Because I can look and be like, oh, D-Wade was better. I finished the comparison.
Vlad, you understand trying to have a conversation with this man about anything about the Heat, right? It's just like
no, but you want to be cute about it. And be
I'm
like,
not being cute.
They're different players.
Wait. Wait.
You want to be cute about it.
I've also said the same thing about LeBron and Jordan.
Yeah, but
they're different players. It's hard. It's
but saying
hard.
Different is the cute way because you don't want to make a decision of saying who's better.
No, that's not true.
It is.
They're really okay. I'll give you another perfect example. I'll use football.
Mm-hmm.
Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith.
Barry Sanders is better.
They're different players.
Who's better?
Huh?
Who's better? Who would you rather have?
Fine. They could be different players, but if you play the same position, you're going to get compared to.
Yes. I agree with that. I agree with that. But you can also
Robert
play
Smith are different players.
Yes, correct.
But somebody tries
Barry
to compare
Sanders
them.
might be the greatest running back I've ever seen.
There we go.
That's it. So then that's your answer.
But
you did.
No. Hold on, Leroy. In your reasoning, and we're going to go to break. If somebody's might be the greatest player you've ever seen, that would mean he's the best at his position.
Yeah.
That's it.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely. But we find ways to use, I don't know, like we'll use numbers, or for everybody that argues with, what D-Wade or with Harden, like you can always go into their, history and pull something out that favors them. And I would say they did everything.
You don't have to craft anything with Dwayne Wade. The only person who needs massaging is James Harden.
James Harden plays no defense.
Because he's been such a flagrant flopper and failure in the playoffs. That's when you got to massage him.
Tremendous score.
Great. When not when it matters, though. That's true, though. Like statistically, historically, that's truly.
So
right?
if they make it to the finals.
Yeah, but forget about look at his numbers in game 6s, game 7s. How many games he's had with more turnovers than makes?
Yeah.
There's nothing to massage here.
Until you
Wade,
get over that hump. We said the same.
But
didn't we say the same thing about A-Rod?
Okay, but Dwayne Wade came into the league.
Yes, balling. Yes.
Gave to the.
I'm not arguing with you.
You kind of are, though.
No, I'm not.
Because you want to say different and just say he's not as good.
I look at it as two different.
But just say it.
Like I think D-Wade's better. I never questioned, but I never questioned that.
Kind of felt like you were though.
I said, is it hard?
Are you doing that for Jay Crawford?
Man, he's just he's tapped you out, man. You tap out.
No, I'm not tapped out. It's frustrating when people put words in my mouth. I want to punch a hole in the wall. I can speak for myself. I know exactly what I'm saying. Okay? When I say compared to two guys that play the same position, they do it totally different. D-Wade and Harden play the position differently. They do.
He does it better.
He won't stop. All right.
We got to take a break, huh?
Solar McRib, you are absolutely right, my friend.
Almost.
Almost.
I double tapped.
He double tapped.
Back after this. WQAM. Did you have a good birthday weekend, man?
I did. I did absolutely nothing.
That's the best.
And I was happy. I got my cake. I sent y'all a picture of my cake.
Yeah.
Got that. Rebecca's prom was Saturday. So I got swole.
Oh, you did? Did you do
shadow boxing?
Did you do a little Bad Boys? Did you do a little Bad Boys?
Nah, I didn't do Bad Boys.
Oh, you should have had. Man, you should have had one of us come through. I'll be Mike
then
Lowry.
that was it. I just chill and then watch some good golf. That was I love watching golf tournaments where like I like to see a winner. I don't like to see a loser. Like when I watch a sporting event, I want to see both teams play well and then the cream rise to the top. I don't want to see just a team get dismantled. But I would say this. When Seattle won, right, they were just that good on that side of the ball. And so they did win it. So, yeah.
My all right goes to Mike Perry. Beating the brakes off of Nate Diaz.
Where was he cut? He had
Everywhere.
blood on his back.
He had one like up here on his side.
Blood. He had blood on his back. And before they called the fight, brought the doctor over, he had to give him like a 5-minute wipe down to figure out where the cuts were.
I'll make this quick because we don't have a ton of time. Mrs. Tobin gets my own no. Listen. She told me last night, she goes, hey, made a sandwich for you to lunch to bring. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
Where's the sandwich?
Great question, Leroy.
Did Tommy eat it?
I go to take this in. She's like, hey, make sure you bring your lunch. I said, okay, great. So,
what a wife. Were you kidding me?
I know.
Yeah.
You would think that,
With
right?
chips? Did she put
you would
it
think
back
that,
with
right?
chips? Or a fruit cup?
No, none of that.
What
But there
are
was
you
a nice
kidding?
sandwich she made. Even put it on nice bread.
Oh.
I'm about to leave, taking Sophia to school, and I go, hey, did you take my sandwich? And no answer. And then I see the bubbles. She goes, I did. I'm really sorry.
Wait. Hold on.
You took the sandwich.
She made the sandwich for you?
Wait, she made the sandwich. She was leaving this morning.
She took it for herself.
So what was the point of saying I made a sandwich for you?
Exactly, dude.
Nah, she gotta get this. She gotta get this.
Exactly,
gotta
dude.
get
Maybe she was rushing and she didn't have
I
time.
don't know. I was just like, wait. Like, I was really looking
Had
forward
my
to it,
mouth
too.
all ready for
I
it.
was
What
really
kind-
looking
What
forward
kind
to
of
it.
sandwich was it?
It was like a ham sandwich. You put
But it's
together very nice.
marinating for a day. Like it's gonna be good.
Oh,
I was
man.
heartbroken.
Oh, that means, hey. Oh, that's terrible.
What do you got for all right? I don't know.
So my all right again. I want to thank everybody who wished me happy birthday, friends, family. It was cool, right?
All right.
Teaspoon made me a nice cake. Had that with some ice cream. Everything was great, right? And my own no. But I'm confused. I'm wondering if me and my daughter have the same blood. She went to Roundup last night with friends.
Wait, the country bar?
Fun.
Yeah, she loves country.
Yeah.
She when they gave out the birthday invitations, she goes, "You make sure you give one to Dina B."
Really?
She is like
She loves
Kids
her
Country.
she gave me a list
That's cool.
of the artists she wants to go see this summer.
That's awesome.
Like this, I'm like, I don't even know who you are. She's telling me backstories. She's telling me backstories on artists.
Roundup's a good time.
Yeah, I guess.
Vlad, what you're all right? No.
Am I all right?
Yeah.
You gotta give this Shea back-to-back MVP.
Yeah,
You gotta give it to him.
Yep.
Yeah, he's shooting 55% from the field
Yeah.
as a
That's
guard.
crazy, right?
That's crazy.
And just making everybody very angry.
Yeah, that's crazy. So that's my all right.
All right.
My oh no is that farce that I watched Saturday night, Gina Carano versus Ronda Rousey.
Dude.
Now, come on, bro.
That was like an old Tyson fight.
Dude, I told you that Michael Spinks fight, my mom didn't see the fight because she went to get something out of the kitchen, get some food or something, and it was done. Boom. Spinks was knocked out. This one, you turn your head or you go text. You look in your phone for like a quick second. the fight was over. She tapped out before you can say anything. So that's
I don't blame her. Keep my
That arm, dude.
I don't
That
need it
arm
broken.
looked like it was about one more pull from snapping.
Oh yeah, yeah, that would have been bad.
So yeah,
Come back for all that time. You're like, get my arm broken.
100 pounds. You lose 100 pounds and everything.
Dude, I couldn't believe how small she was. That was so shocking.
Yeah. I had a good time, but I am with you. It was not competitive, and but I wasn't surprised. I can't say I was surprised.
I love when Ngannou said, "Yeah, he hit me a couple of times. He was a fierce competitor." I'm like, "No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
I literally was just hoping. I was like, oh, I had him first round knock. I was like, I was sweating it a little bit in that last minute. I was like, there we go. Hot damn. Because he looked like he was going to put him away with like every shot that he hit him with. I thought he was going to knock him out. And then he starts just hitting with those body shots against the cage. Oh. All right. That's our show for today, everybody. Have a great rest of your Monday, and we'll talk to you rascals tomorrow.